April mode. Let's go. For the month of April, we alive every day. Building up the stream-only account all the way. Little by little, that's the mission this month. See what happens when we stack every run. 6 days a week, yeah, Monday through Saturday. Short weekday sprints, then a long one on Saturday. World of airports, we are back on the grind. Pull up to the stream, come and ride for the climb. We are going supersonic. Every session, every landing. Daily progress, daily pressure. Daily work is how we build it. This is the SUPERSONIC April STREAM-A-THON. Fat Airlines, yeah, the daily grind is on. On Twitch, on YouTube, come and watch us take flight. Every single stream, we are pushing through the night. This is the SUPERSONIC April STREAM-A-THon. We are locked in, trying to level all month long. Bring the crew, spin the wheel, let the chaos take control. Fat Airlines in the sky, yeah, we're going for it all. Twitch got the extras, yeah, you know, that's the spot. Parachute, drop, scream, avatars, all of that hot. Only place you can redeem that Fat Empire contract. So if you want in on that, better pull up and tap in. And we gotta go, yeah, the Concorde's in sight. 500,000 points, and we're chasing that prize. 2,000 max per stream, so the whole crew matters. If we all keep showing up, then the scoreboard shatters. We are going supersonic. Every stream is one more step. If you miss a day, you miss it. So we're showing up relentless. This is the SUPERSONIC April STREAM-A-THon. Fat Airlines, yeah, the daily grind is on. On Twitch, on YouTube, come and watch us take flight. Every single stream, we are pushing through the night. This is the SUPERSONIC April STREAM-A-THon. We are locked in, trying to level all month long. Bring the crew, spin the wheel, let the chaos take control. Fat Airlines in the sky, yeah, we're going for it all. Two gifted gets a spin, $10 gets a spin, 1,000 bits another spin. Now the chaos settles in, no ramp agents, manual mode. Buy a big plane overload, maybe here to give away. You can hijack how I play. This is the SUPERSONIC April STREAM-A-THon. Fat Airlines, yeah, the daily grind is on. On Twitch, on YouTube, come and watch us take flight. Every single stream, we are pushing through the night. This is the SUPERSONIC April STREAM-A-THon. We are locked in, trying to level all month long. See you in the chat, yeah, the whole crew bring the storm. Fat Airlines all April, now the Streamathon is on. Daily streams all month. Fat Airlines, see you out there.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy with Fat Airlines, and today we're here for another Streamathon. We're here for another Streamathon. If you don't know, we're streaming every single day this month, throughout the month of April. We're playing World of Airports. We are streaming. We're here. And we stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we are here today. We have a couple things that are happening. I don't know what's happening right now. Alright, cool. So we have a couple things happening today. You know, we unlocked the Concorde on our Fat Empire account because we had a goal for this entire month, where on Twitch we wanted to have the Twitch community contribute 500,000 points to the community, to the goal, and we reached that on Wednesday, so that's pretty exciting. And as a result, we unlocked the Concorde on like Thursday this week, And what we're doing is every single stream, we are giving away one Concorde for 1 week. So from Thursday, which was 2 days ago, until Wednesday, we're giving away one Concorde every single stream. So in order to get this Concorde, you just got to join the Fat Airlines Discord. Go to giveaway special plane, and you can hit the enter giveaway button. This giveaway will end. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna start all over again. Can't delete it because I'm not a mod. Oh boy, I'm having a rough day. All right, what's up, guys? So, sorry about that. I'm having a tough day. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys always make it better. So let's get it on. All right. So what we have here is we have the Concorde. We're giving away the Concorde every single day this week. So from Thursday through Wednesday, we're giving away a Concorde, right? So we unlocked the Concorde on our stream only account. We actually have a giveaway on Discord happening right now for about 2.5 hours. So if you guys are interested in getting a Concorde from my stream only account, which right now we're streaming every single day throughout the month of April, but typically I stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead, join the Fat Airlines Discord. We have a giveaway happening right now. If you guys want to join the giveaway, all you gotta do is hit the enter giveaway button. Then your username might get automatically filled in. Then you select the airport that you want it to be sent to. After that, yeah, at the end of stream, we're going to give it away. This Concorde is coming from Hong Kong. We're actually going to buy 2 Concordes at Hong Kong. So one giveaway is happening today. Another giveaway on Tuesday for Hong Kong as well. After that, we have our other, well, hold on. On Monday, we're giving away a Concorde, and I forget which airport Monday is coming from. Let me take a look. Monday, the airport is Sydney. Tuesday is Hong Kong, and Wednesday is going to be LHR. Now, LHR technically isn't like one of our latest airports, right? Like, how do I word it? We already unlocked Sydney, right? So there's no other airport to unlock after LHR, but it is an airport that I intend on like playing some more because it's just such a solid airport for contracts and connections. So I'm going to keep it going, even though we don't have any more airports to unlock after LHR, right? We have Sydney to unlock, to go through. So we're going to work through that. We also have our wheel spin, so I'm going to bring that up. With the wheel spin, we have different things. So if you guys gift two memberships, 2 subs, we will spin this wheel for every 2 gifted subs or gifted memberships, or $10, 1,000 bits. So in red, we have the in-game penalties. We have like ground all flights, pure manual mode, and no ramp agent. In blue, we have the plane purchases. So I will buy a plane for the person who gifted the subs, and I'll buy a plane for a giveaway. Those giveaways are super short. They're going to be happening on Discord as well, but they're very, very short, like 5 to 7 minutes. In green, we have the captain. Green is the stream effects. So we have the captain, and we have airplane views. And then in gold, we have the Concorde giveaway, where I'm gonna host a Concorde giveaway on the Fat Airlines Discord. So that's on top of the giveaway we're already doing on every single airport. So I had a poll up for the first like 10 minutes. I think it's still up on YouTube, but we're gonna close it. But we had a poll up on what airport should we play. And you guys voted on Hong Kong. I was going to start at CNN, but I'm already like 20 minutes late, right? So we're going to go ahead and just get started at Hong Kong. I did pre-land, I did pre-land Hong Kong, but like pre-landing is not as impressive. Pre-landing is not as impressive when you don't have all the stands unlocked. I mean, it does help, right? It does help because it minimizes how much time you have to spend. But when I talk about pre-landing, it's about logging into the game, going into your airport, and setting up the tower managers for like a certain amount of time, so that way all the planes can start landing, and that way when you're actually playing the game, you have planes to handle, and not just you're not just waiting for planes to land, taxi, and then get to their gate. So it's a solid strategy at like a big airport like Hong Kong. I do it all the time at LHR, and I do it at most of my airports, but it's an even better strategy when you have more stands unlocked. But let me turn off or pause the delivery manager, because I want to manually assign these planes today. And I am going to buy a Concorde, because you know what happened yesterday? Or was it yesterday or was it Thursday? But the other day, I bought the Concorde I think it was at Prague. Yeah, I think I bought the Concorde at Prague. And what ended up happening is the Concorde landed immediately, and essentially it blocked a stand, a large stand, from being in use, which is kind of sad because like Prague doesn't have a ton of larger stands, right? So by that Concorde blocking the stand, it kind of prevented me from handling one more plane at the same time. But we got it taken care of really quickly, so we're good to go. But all right, what's good, guys? Yo, who was first today on Twitch? Who was first? Raptor, yo, Raptor, thank you for being first, bro. We got Fleeting Negligence here. Debt is here. Debt. I'm sorry it took me so long to like accept your plane. I had to like, I didn't recognize you at first. So I didn't realize you were a VIP. My bad, bro. But I accepted your plane on my Captain Fat account. By the way, we have a fourth account. I'll go into a little bit more details later. But I have a fourth account where I'm playing on PC using the Google Play Games beta. So I'll talk a bit more about it later on stream. But yeah, pretty cool. What's up, Ginger Jesus? Wendy Sanchez, nice to see you. Zyrox, nice to see you. Kronstadt, nice to see you as well. Dant, A339, what's up, bro? Devas is here. Hammy, thanks for being here, Hammy. Thanks for your help. Dixon Ange is here. TK is here. What's up, TK? Janhas, what's good? QJ. Raptor said, rip my streak. Yo, I don't know if you guys know, but if you guys want to keep up your stream streak on Twitch, I was told that you could always come back to Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/Fat Airlines, and you can watch the replay for like 5 to 10 minutes or more, and you can continue your streak that way. So even if you can't make it live, you can still watch the replay, and I think that'll keep your streak alive. So I don't know, try it out maybe. Let's see. What's good? Educate. Brian Ho, what's good? Karotiki, what's good, bro? Cookie Cooker, what's up, man? All right, cool. Let's just keep handling planes here. Yo, happy birthday, Raptor. On the 10th. That's nice. A week ago. You're at a bar playing pool at a birthday party. Interesting. And watching the stream. Alright, cool. So yeah, today we're gonna play Hong Kong, and I did a poll, right, to see which airports we're gonna play. So Hong Kong won. After we're done with Hong Kong, I don't know what airport we're gonna go to next. We might go to Sydney. We might go to Muscat. Well, let's see. Sydney got a few votes. I'm gonna do some math because on YouTube and on Twitch, Hong Kong won with the majority of votes. But now I gotta figure out what airport do we go to next. Is it going to be Muscat or is it going to be like Sydney? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Hammy said about the stream replays. It is true, but you need to watch the replay within 24 hours of the stream. I did that to save my stream streak at 25 plus now. Nice, awesome, cool. Yeah, that's right. Join the Fat Airlines Discord. You got the Twitch alerts channel. You know, that way when you wake up in the morning, just wake up to me. Airborne's thinking about changing the name to to Dauntless Air. Nice, that's cool. What any what's the word? Any meaning behind that name for you? But speaking of name changes, one thing we do every single stream is we talk about a player news. Player news is a great place to kind of post what your name changes are. So we're gonna go through the newest player posts today. If you make a post, we read them every Saturday. So that way we can see what's going on with the community. So Happy said they got GRU. They just started GRU. They got 21 contracts to fill up. They play GRU 3 times a day, like they used to do at MSY. Help them to get max level and have a good fly day. Thunder 1 AS, you must play daily. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like Yeah, MSY probably seemed like it went kind of fast for you, huh? Zyrox got 500,000 silver planes. Nice. And they opened up GRU for player contracts. That's what's good. Jupiter Airworld. I think I read this last week. Yeah, I think I read this last week. Fleeting Negligence with 2.5 million silver planes. Nice. Visaya with the 700k silver planes. That's what's good, bro. Aviator Pilot maxed out Innsbruck again. Nice. Dude, Innsbruck is like... is not an easy airport to max out either because like... well, I guess maybe now it's a little bit easier because you have all these D stands available to you. But like... you're mainly handling seaplanes. So... alright. Hyperactive has 2.75 million silver planes. 3/4 of the way to 3 million. Yeah, let's go. You said at this rate you could hit 3 million by the end of this week. That's crazy, bro. That's awesome. You're going back to school tomorrow, so less playtime will be expected from them. They're going to continue a schedule. Monday with looks like 5 airports. Tuesday with another 5. Wednesday, Thursday with another 5, and Friday with only 3. And then Saturday and Sunday, all the airports that are mentioned above. So they're going to be shutting down. SCL has been maxed and happened at the same time to hit 2.75 mil. Nice. All right, we got Jupiter Airworld with a temporary closure. I think this is lifted. Yep, they had some thunderstorms. All right, here's my update from me. Captain Phat, which is my 4th account. We unlocked Bari. So I'm just letting you all know I unlocked Bari on my PC account, Captain Phat. I'm not... oh, this was on the 13th. I'm not starting it tonight. I'm going to sleep. Contract rules are going to be different at Bari. I don't want to be overloaded with E-contracts when there's only 2 E-stands. More to come. We'll probably talk about it on stream. So we did talk about it on stream. If you guys don't know, my Captain Phat account is my PC account. And we also have a challenge where we can only play with other players. I'll bring it up now. So we have this. It's our stream only account. It's our PC only account because this is using Google Play Games Beta as our platform, and that is available for you to download on PC. So if you download that on PC and then you search through that Play Store, you could find World Airports as an app. Now, World Airports might come up as untested, so you might have to download things that are untested in order to be able to or you might have to approve to download games that are untested. You might also have to it might not be available in your country, in which case like you might be able to use like a VPN or something in order to kind of circumvent that. But either way, if you get it on PC, that's how we're playing this account right here, Captain Phat. And on this account, I accept the contracts from other players. I can only play with other players, and when it comes to it, there is like one exception or a few exceptions, right? I can handle one local contract. I can handle regional, international contracts, but I can only handle them one time. Same thing with the event planes. I can only handle them one time. I'm doing that because these early levels, I need like 10 or 11 XP, or some earlier levels I need even less. But that way I can make some progress in the early levels. But even in the later levels, it doesn't really even impact, getting 1 XP doesn't really make a difference. But I'm also interested to see how much of the Wikipedia can I fill up by playing with only by playing with those local, regional, international contracts and handling them once. So that is this account now. For as far as player planes go, because I'm only playing with other players, I am accepting planes from other players. There is just a couple of rules, right? So the first rule is I'm only accepting 1 player per plane per size. So let's look at Sammy here. Sammy has sent me a B plane, a C plane, a D plane, and an E plane. All right. So they can also send me an A plane. That's completely fine if they want to do that. Now, there's another rule at Bari in particular, because Bari is an airport where we're limited by only 2 E stands. Right here, right? We have just this E stand right over here, and then we have another E stand right over here, which I still don't have both of them unlocked. I'm only level 6, but I don't want to be overloaded with E planes. So what we're doing here is we also voted on it, and the Fat Airlines Discord, we have a polls channel, so I had a poll up, and the winning answer was that for e-contracts we should handle it by only VIPs or reliable contract partners. So if you're a VIP, that's another benefit you get. You're able to send me a contract here, but keep in mind that this is my PC only account, right? So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means that, like, if I'm working in the office, or if I'm going to church, or if I'm on vacation, I'm not playing. I can't play because I don't have a PC on the go. Like, my laptop is a MacBook. What else? Yeah, I have an iPad and an iPhone. So, like, if I'm away from my desk from home, there's no way for me to play this account. All right, so that's the catch. That's really cool. And what else? Now, right now, the rule is also the same for D planes, but I could tell you, once we unlock this terminal, because this terminal over here, whoops, wrong button. This terminal over here gives me access to more D stands, right? You see a D over there, D over there, over there too, D all around. So we got D stands over here as well. Now the D will kind of block some other stands as well, which is fine. But like, once we unlock this terminal and we unlock the D stands here, then I will also accept D planes from other players as well without any issues. It's just the E planes are going to be limited to VIPs or reliable contract only. So keep that in mind. But I'm more than happy to accept your contracts to handle them. And also, you know, again, keep in mind that I can only play this account when I'm at home. So like, here we go, 999. I can't take your A21NY, bro, because I already have a seaplane from you. So this is gonna get denied. That's just how it is. Those are the rules. I am also thinking about allowing for, how do I put it? Allowing for like a passenger versus and a cargo kind of variant. I'm not sure exactly how to handle that, but like maybe one B and one seaplane passenger and cargo, because cargo planes do give you more XP, so that's gonna help me like level up. Definitely no exceptions for cargo D or E planes, because those take up these two same stands. So we'll think about it. I know we already have like Cheshire Orange. We already have two of their planes of the same size, but one's a cargo, one's passenger. So I think that's going to be in the clear for everybody else too. I probably made that decision and didn't even like note it. But anyways, that's Captain Fat for you. Feel free to contract, connect, whatever. All right, let's go back to player news, guys. I also reached 4 million silver planes on my main account. So if you all remember, I spent 2 million silver planes in 3 minutes on a video, right? That video was on November 16th, 2025. So 149 days later, I have my silver planes back to 4 million. This includes buying. So, you know, one thing I want to make sure like that's clear is like, I spend my silver planes. Like I buy gold planes every week. I buy gold planes every day. I buy contract capacity in most airports every 2 days, you know, every 48 hours. I do max speed tower managers, and I sometimes also use the handling crew, the silver plane handling crew. So my next question here was, how should I spend my silver planes next time? A couple of cool ideas in here in the chat, or in the post. I know like Voitano's like, spend it all on tower managers right there, right here. I'm like, huh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we see how much, you know, if I spend 1 million silver planes on tower managers at max speed, how long does that set me up for? I don't know. It might be way too long, but I might do it. So yeah, if you have any ideas, go to the Discord, make a post there, and let me know what your ideas on how I can, you know, what are some other things I could do to kind of help, you know, spend as much as possible. Aviator pilot maxed another airport, LHR. Congrats, that's awesome. Educate unlocked the A339. Let's go, congrats. They're going to be sending some out soon. Giveaways, and some are going to Fat's alt account, stream account, and another in a giveaway. Nice. Nice, congrats, man. That's awesome. Rajman is away from April 16th to April 20th. They're going to be back next week. Visay's closing Muscat. They're closing down Muscat, finishing every contract that they have. Special thanks to VIPs, really helped me a lot. It was a fun 3 months of grinding it, but I have to reduce my hub, so Muscat is gone. For the people I sent planes, I'll be replacing them with A350s for my IAD eventually. Nice. TJ Bay has baseball season. There will be some evenings where I do not handle as many planes because I'm at a baseball game. Nice. TJ, are you here? I don't think I saw you so far in chat, but wonder, do you coach, do you play, or do you watch? I'm gonna have to maybe put it in the thread there. 900,000 silver planes for Dutch Air. Congrats. That's I'm telling you, once you guys like pass 100,000, it starts to like it gets easier. It really gets really good, and like you start to like they start to pile up really fast. I mean, I did make 2 million in what 5 months. 2 million silver planes in 5 months. All right, we got Jupiter Airworld who got their 4th ever 747-800 in IAD. Nice. And then Fleeting Negligence with 2.6 million silver planes. Let's go. Reached it days ago but forgot to post. Nice. Pretty awesome, man. Yeah, it definitely gets easier. Just make sure you're spending them. Like once you get to like, especially like once you get to like 250,000 or more, like make sure you're spending them, guys. I know most of you guys are, but like buy, you know, well, I should even buy I should get the handling crew here. I should get the temporary handling crew. You know, when you got lots and lots of silver planes, go ahead and also buy the contract capacity. And it's kind of interesting because, you know, if you have a lot of contract capacity, it makes it also easier for you to get more silver planes because contract capacity is what you need in order to, you know, get contracts, right? Contracts is what gets you more silver planes. And so the more contract capacity you have, the more silver planes you're also ultimately going to get too. So definitely spend it on that. What's up, DevZone Games? We're gonna go through the leaderboard in just a minute here. I want to play some Hong Kong for a little bit. And by the way, World of Airports, the weather and the time is now directly linked to like the real life weather and time in real life for this airport. And in the past, World of Airports used to kind of have the time speed up a lot during the game. So like you would be here at nighttime and it would be daytime in like, you know, a couple of minutes of you playing this airport. That doesn't really happen anymore. But if you go up here, where the temperature and the weather conditions up here, if you click on that, you have an option to change the day, hour, you know, the time, and you have an option to change the weather. So I can make it thunderstorms, I can make it sunny, and then you could also, if you want to reset it back, you can just hit set, and it resets it all back to normal. But you see here, the METAR weather is updated every 30 minutes. You got the real life time, you got the real life condition, and the active runways. Active runways are going to be important at like CNN and Innsbruck right now. Those are the two airports that have runways that change based on the wind in real life. Now, once you change your direction, or once you load into the airport on those airports, the game will not switch your runway. It's like in the middle of you playing that airport. So if you want to change, like if you notice that the wind is different in real life and you want to change it, you're gonna have to exit the game or exit to main menu and then come back in. But yeah, that's how you can change the time and weather. So that way, you know, if you're tired of always going into Hong Kong and it's nighttime for you, then you can, you know, change the time. If you're going into like St. Martin and it's always thunderstorming there, you can just change it because, you know, sometimes those bright the lightning flashes can be kind of like bright and sometimes kind of frequent. I feel like they may have toned it down a little bit, but if that's too much for you, you can just click on this, go back to sunny weather, and enjoy the beautifulness of St. Martin. But guys, yeah, don't forget about our giveaway running right now on the Fat Airlines Discord. On the Fat Airlines Discord, we have a giveaway happening for a Concorde. So I'm giving away a Concorde every single day for what, 3 or 4 more streams. Today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4 streams, 4 more Concords I'm giving away. Because we unlocked the Concorde on Fat Empire today, or Wednesday. No, Thursday. We unlocked the Concorde on Fat Empire on Thursday because of you guys contributing 500,000 total points in less than a month. Really, really impressive and really great. So because of that, I spent the 1,000 gold planes. I spent 75 gold planes for a livery. I think I might have spent another 75 gold planes for another livery. I don't know. I have 2 liveries unlocked for the Concorde somehow. What else? And then I'm also spending, you know, gold planes to buy Wallers so I can afford to buy 1 Concorde in each of these airports. But I figured, you know, to make it a little bit of a celebration, and since we're still in the middle of our Streamathon, let's host a Concorde giveaway during every single stream. And that's exactly what we're doing. Not for 2 weeks, but just for 1 week. We'll do something special for maybe the last week of the Streamathon. But EduK said 2 million silver plane spending is crazy. I forgot what he spent it on. I spent it on random contracts. I sent 14 arrivals from my IAD to LHR, and yeah, it kept the price. You know, it starts off when you're doing like one extra arrival. So I think you're allowed to send like 3 planes. Yeah, 3 planes initially, or maybe is it 4? I forget. It doesn't matter what the limit is. You're able to send a limited amount of contracts to at all airports from your own fleet. Like from your own fleet, you're limited on how many contracts you can send to any airport. But you can add more contracts to that destination by paying silver planes. It used to be gold planes, but now you pay silver planes to add more planes to that destination. All right. Now, I did like an extra 10 contracts, or 10 or 11 contracts to LHR from IAD, and that's how I spent the 2 million silver planes. It added up really quickly. At first, it was like 1,500 silver planes, then it was like 5,000. I forget what the exact amounts were, but it added up real quick to the point where I spent 2 million. I was like, I'm done, because like I mean, maybe I'll spend more next time. But I got kind of panicked. I was like, man, I don't like seeing the low numbers. DJ said, watching the local affiliate team, super nice ballpark here, great weather, nice. All right, cool, that's cool, man. Always, I like that, supporting the local teams, the local community. That's what's up. That's what's good. Is the weather and daytime and nighttime linked for all the airports or only HKG? It's all the airports. So like if you like right now, if you go to IAD, it's in the middle of the day. If you go to, you know, LHR, it's like what, 5 p.m. So almost 5 p.m. What's up, Josh R? Says, on LHR and level 60, do I save Wallers for my own A380 fleet, or do I buy loads of A380 airlines? I would always change. I would prefer. Well, yeah, I typically go ahead and recommend you buying planes in your own fleet because they typically earn you more money than planes that are not in your fleet. So, and at LHR, you're level 60. I think you have like what, 15 more levels to go to max out or to unlock the next airport at LHR, so you can unlock Sydney. But then some of those later levels at LHR are like 5,000 or 6,000 XP for one level. So you're gonna really need to have like A380s, you know, like bigger planes to help you get all that XP. And then when you have planes in your own fleet, it's just so much easier to send them. Like you can send them to a map contract, you know, a map destination, which you do have to pay Wallers for that contract. You could send them to a player, which you don't have to pay Wallers for. You could send them, and it's so much easier to find somebody who will accept your plane versus trying to find somebody who will send you a plane. So I would go for the A380 myself. Yeah. And once you get one, like I would buy one at a time. You know, I wouldn't just try to like save up so you can get 10, because when you get that one A380, did not one A380. I mean, let me see. I have, this is not an A380, but this is an F plane still. This is a close distance travel though. But still, give me 4,000 wallers. It's still twice the amount that most, you know, E or F planes will get me. Here's a 744 that's going a longer distance, and it's in my fleet, right? So this one's going from Hong Kong to LHR, making me 12,000 wallers. You know, if you have a good a long distance flight on your A388, you're gonna make this 12,000 to 15,000 per flight. So definitely, that's why I would recommend it. TJ Bay said won't change runway. It would be a lot cooler if it did. Yeah, I wonder how that would work, right? Because like, would the planes be like? How would that? I don't know how that would work, but I guess it would work the same way it works in real life, right? But yeah, I don't know. I would probably quit out of the game if like we got the wrong runway. I know I've been talking every time we play Prague, because on the stream only, on the stream only account, we have we've been playing Prague because Prague's one of the airports we have unlocked, and we're trying to work towards unlocking IAD. So with that, I'm trying to you know, I was shared a post from the World Airports forum saying that Prague is going to be the next airport that gets a remodel. And when Innsbruck got a remodel, that's when they implemented the changing runway directions. So I got super hyped, because if that's also when they implement the Prague changing runway directions, that's going to make Prague a really solid airport when the runway is the other direction. I mean, the same way Innsbruck is a lot more fun, in my opinion, when the runway is the other way too. So yeah. What's up, Foxtrot Aviation? Just came back from flying a glide plane. Nice. Sounds kind of scary, maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, let me look at the activity feed. Yo, Raptor, thanks for resubscribing for 11 months, bro. Thank you so much. Jan Haas with the 7 stream streak. Airplane Fan with the 10. And Det with the 10. Nice. France with the 15. And Educate with the 20. Wow, nice job. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here, or you know, watching all those streams. I really appreciate that. Is Sydney Airport worth buying? I have a video on that on YouTube, which airports are worth buying, and Sydney's pretty much like not on the list. I mean, Sydney is just like it's like, well, maybe now it's not so bad as when it first came out, but it's kind of like an isolated airport. I mean, the premium pass isn't the greatest either, and it is more expensive than LHR. I would probably tell you to get LHR or even Hong Kong before I would tell you to get Sydney, because LHR is cheaper, Hong Kong is cheaper, I'm pretty sure, and both airports are really great hubs for a lot of players, where Sydney isn't really that great of a hub if you're trying to play with player contracts. Sydney, I mean, you do get different liveries because it's in a different part of the world, so that's nice, but ultimately, I don't know if I would put it in my list of, I don't think it's in my list of recommended airports to unlock. But I also don't typically recommend people unlock airports. You know, I know sometimes people just want to unlock an airport, but like, there are other things you could spend your gold planes in this game that you can't get for free, and you can get airports for free, right? All you gotta do is play the previous airport to a certain level, and then you can unlock the next airport for free. But there are other things you can't unlock for free, and that's like airplane models, that is premium passes, airplane liveries. Those things you always have to spend gold planes on. Well, certain liveries. Some liveries you can get for free or from a premium pass, but for other liveries you have to only pay. You can only get them paying gold planes. So I would, especially if like you're not buying a lot of gold planes, I would probably advise that you spend your gold planes getting something that you can't get for free versus doing this on something that you can get for free. Now, a lot of people will sometimes disagree with me respectfully, which is cool, because like, you know, it's a lot of patience, right? Like, I started I'm gonna bring up my player only account. I started this Captain Fat account a couple 2 weeks ago now, and I'm only at Bari, right? So for some people, you know, that could be kind of boring, just being stuck at one single airport or two airports for like 3 weeks, right? That could be kind of boring. So you need a little bit of change. Some people, you know, think it's good to also have like the progress happening at another airport, so that way you can unlock like 2 parts of the pass. Some people just aren't as patient as I am, which is completely understandable too. You know, I grew up repairing computers, and a lot of computer repair is just waiting for virus scans to run, you know. So it's like I would just be sitting there waiting for, not sitting there, but I would be there waiting for a virus scan to run, and then I could actually do more work, and then I would wait for another scan to run, and then I would, you know, I would sit there and wait, you know, wait for the next step to happen. So it's a lot of sitting there and waiting when it came to fixing computers, and I think that's where I learned a lot of my patience. But yeah, what am I trying to get at? I'm more patient than most people, I kind of realized. But I would say I would definitely recommend, like, hey, get things that you can't unlock for free, if that's what you're looking to do. But all right, since we're here on Google Play, let me first turn on the tower managers. I'll turn them on for 10 minutes here. That way, when I'm in the background, because I'm going to bring up the leaderboards. Every Saturday, I also like to go through the leaderboards just to see where we're at. And because I now have access to Google Play Games through Google Play Games Beta on PC, I'm able to show both the iOS and the Android leaderboards. So I'm pretty that's pretty exciting to me, because you know, it's not one shared leaderboard, it's 2 separate leaderboards. So we could see how everybody kind of compares to each other. You could see the top 100 players in iOS and the top 100 players on Android. And then we could also go through, like, you know, previous streams and find, you know, how does that progress, how does that compare. So in order to go to the leaderboard, you click on the menu here, and you click on the little icon over here. That's going to bring up the leaderboard. And we're going to look at Android first, then we'll switch over to iOS and see how that's going, how that compares. Alright, so first up is handled passengers. So one of the things I like to do is I like to make sure that we're on this week when I'm doing the leaderboards. I do that mainly because I want to see who's actively playing. Now, this is not how many planes they handled this week. This is only the players. This is the total amount of planes that they handled. But these are only players that have played this week in the last 7 days. So sometimes you might see a name drop off and like completely disappear. That means they're inactive. They haven't played World of Airports that week. So for me, I like to do that because I want to compare myself with, or I want to compare myself. I want to see a leaderboard of active players, not necessarily inactive players. So that's what we're going to do. So we have Stardust Airlines at 580 million handled passengers at number 1. We have Aldi Air at 431 million. And then we have France Japan here in chat too. Good look. What's up, France Japan? France Japan with 427 million. And then I'm going to try to shout you guys out if you guys are here in chat. If I see your name, please don't get upset if I miss you or something like that. I'm going to try my best. But we're going to scroll through this list, and I'm going to shout out anybody I remember from seeing it here in chat. Or anybody who's impressive, you know. We got Euroland Airways. They're in Discord. Hammy's over here at number, what number is that? 20. Very cool. We got Twill over here with 138 million, number 40. I haven't seen Twill in chat in a while, but he used to be here all the time. We got Mike, Aries Mike, aka Halix with 126 mil. We got Loro123Q with 123 mil. I'm at Merc K. Oh, Merc, I saw you say hi. What's up before, and I got distracted and I kept moving on. What's up, Merc? Thanks for being here. Let me find that chat again because I need to, I need to catch up with all you guys. Pro Desperados here too. What's good? Let's keep scrolling. Monica with 118 mil. Who else? Whoa. Oh, I can scroll using the wheel. Let's go. Oh, we got Shrek with 111 million. Oh, roll off B with an almost 100 mil. Right, and top 100 is 87.6 mil. 87.6 mil handled passengers for a top spot in the Android leaderboard, top 100 spot. All right, next up, I'm gonna put that away, and we're gonna go to the iOS leaderboards. In order to go to iOS leaderboards, same thing. You go to this the menu, and then you click on this little icon right here. That should bring up our leaderboards. Every once in a while I have a problem with this. I don't know why, but I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch apps. That's what we're gonna do. Apps, come back. I think that worked last time. Nope, it still didn't work. Boom, I made it work. All right, handled airplanes. So we're gonna go to global, and we're gonna change the filter to this week. And we got over here the leaderboard. Oh, you see this though in the background? The game is paused. That's sad. That is sad. Does that same thing happen on Android? The game is paused. Because you see it over here, the timers aren't moving. Makes me sad. Oh well. All right, we got Dragon Cathay. Wait, this is handled airplanes. We need passengers. My bad. I'm like, how does Android have like over 100 million for number one, and like iOS is only at 1 million? That don't make no sense. Now it makes more sense. All right, oops, not today. We want to go this week. So Dragon Cathay with 800 or 675 mil, Flying Park with 492 mil, and Telephone Booth with 357 million handled passengers. And here's the iOS leaderboards. We got Freezeman with 273 at number 5. We got let's see, David Elio with 176. We got me, the Fat Rican, at 173 million. Where am I? I'm number 18. That's not bad. Sammy with 156 million. Krankenwort with 157 million. Nice. I think Max Chang has been here a couple times. 148 mil. Cookie Cooker with 126 mil. I know the problem too here is that like this is like your well, sometimes your in-game username might be different than this one, but whatever. I'm gonna drink some protein shake. All right, and number 100 on iOS is RK Airways at 92.1 mil. So it does seem like in this leaderboard might be a little bit higher than the Android leaderboard, but I don't think that's the same case everywhere. But next up, we're going to go to handled airplanes. We're going to go to global, and we're going to look at how many airplanes you have to handle in order to be in the top rankings. All right, so for number 1, Dragon Cathay at 1.1 mil. Oh, before I get into that, let me address something here. See how Fat Empire is at 411,000 handled airplanes? That's not true, right? I mean, what happened here, because this is my stream only account, there's no way my stream only account handled 411,000 airplanes when my main account handled 449,000 when I stream one time a week. You know, yeah, we're streaming every day during the Streamathon in April, but there's no way that could happen, right? But what happened there is sometimes I forget to log out of Game Center, and then all of a sudden Fat Empire gets the credit for the Fat Rican's account being signed in. So I need to make sure I'm signing in and out properly. But that's another reason why filtering to this week is like really important too. Because you see here, now that I'm filtered to this week, Fat Empire is down to number 10,799 with 13,000, which is more realistic. So that's another reason why I filtered it this week, because when you have a bug like that, that's allowing me to log into another account, and it takes the leaderboards of my main account, it's kind of unfair for a lot of people. This was happening. I don't know if this happens now, but this was especially happening during a time period where we could not switch accounts, which was like 3.5. Or no, was it 3.5? I forget which version it was. But there was a time period where we could not switch accounts on the same device, and that's when this happened. But all right, here's handled airplanes: 1.1 million for Dragon Cathay, 972,000 for telephone booth, 892,000 for Flying Park, and then Freezeman, shout out to him, 786,000 at number 4. I'm over at number 7 at 449,000. David Elliott, oh, I passed David. Let's go. David Elliott at 445,000. I handle a lot of airplanes, I handle a lot of player planes, but this is the highest ranking I think I am in any of the leaderboards. Cookie Cooker, I'm not going to say to people who I already shouted out, so I'm going to try it. Well, unless I'm impressed. Not to say that I'm not impressed. Anybody being up here is pretty amazing. TJ Bay, what's good, bro? 269,000. What else we got? I'm gonna drink my drink. All right, and number 100 is Mio Chan at 212,000 handled airplanes. All right, let us go to Android, and we're gonna look at the handled airplanes leaderboards over there. So for handled airplanes on Android, we have Stardust Airlines at 1.0 million. France Japan at number 2, 928 million, or 928,000, excuse me. And then Aldi Air at 819,000. And let's go down the list here. Yo, Hammy's number 13, nice. But you see, Hammy's number 13, but has more planes handled than I do. And I'm number, 7 or 8? Or I forget. Yeah, I was number 7. So, like, that's the interesting part. Is like, man, I would probably be, like, number 20 if both of these leaderboards were combined. We used to do a combined leaderboard video, but it was a lot of work, and not a lot of people watched it. And we might bring up the leaderboards back when we update the website, because we're working on an updated Fat Airlines website. Look at last week's stream if you want, last Saturday's stream, if you want to see a preview of what it's going to look like. But yeah, when I update the Fat Airlines website, I think that might be a better place for the leaderboards, because it doesn't need to. It's not something that does well as a video, but it would be good as like a text, as like a website. Something that we could go back every Saturday. We update the website to have the leaderboards, a combined, top 100 iOS and Android, and go from there. We're at number 90 almost. All right, and number 100 is this guy at 202,000. All right, let's take a break from the leaderboards for a second, because I do want to play some World of Airports. I was going to go into the handled cargo, but I want to make sure, because the timers on the tower managers keep counting down even if the game is not being played. And I saw that the timers were being kind of paused there. So, oh, and I'm forgetting to land these planes. Oh no. So what we're going to do, let's sort by hearted planes. We're going to land my hearted planes first, which are just my planes. All right, and we're going to go to needs attention. Let's go to other players. Here's an A388. We want the largest planes to land as well, so let's go ahead and approve those to land. I'm messing up over here. I forgot that I turned the what's it called? The delivery manager off. Or I paused them, I should say. Alright, we got an A388 over here. So that's going to be approved to land. A388 as well. 748, nice. Alright, no more cargo stands available, it looks like. So all we got left are some E stands now. I do have some extra wallers. I'm thinking about, like, should I just buy some more stands? But like I don't have handling crew to handle all that. So maybe I'm probably not going to buy more stands just yet. Even though I know it's going to help once I do have like enough handling crew. We already have a Sammy plane landing, so we're going to have somebody else. Oh, look at this Lightning Dolphin. Let's see. Do we have any? I have my own cargo plane. Who's this going to? Hammy. And Hammy, do you play BKK anymore? You don't, right? Do you still want this plane? I'm not even at the bottom of chat though, so I need to catch up. So give me a second. I'm gonna read chat and catch up. I'm gonna get Lightning Dolphins plane landed first. I got a second cup of protein shake. When I make my protein shake, it's just like too much for one cup. How do people get random arrival of a player? So when you click on the contract here and you click on random player arrival, that's how you get it. But when you send a plane out and it's going to a playable destination, so like let's say I'm sending a plane from Hong Kong and it's going to Bangkok. If I send it and I don't know, I don't name a specific player, and like when you click on that airport, it says like, do you know a specific player? You have an option for yes or no. If you say no, you don't know a specific player, then you can just send a contract to that destination. And when your plane is scheduled to arrive on the radar, for example, so like let's say, do I have my own planes? I don't think any of my planes are on random arrivals. Yeah, none of these. Oh, this one is cool. So this one's on a random arrival. So if you go to Bangkok in 7 minutes, you have a possibility of getting a Fat Empire B463 when you click that random arrival button. So at 12:16, click random arrival. My plane could be one of the ones that you get. Other than that, I don't know how it's selected because it's very unlikely that my plane is the only plane that's arriving at 12:16 in the entire world, right? In the entire game. So I'm not sure exactly how that is decided upon, but you do have to send your plane out to a playable airport with no named player, and that's how your plane could show up. DevZone Games asks, are there any G planes that we can buy? Nah, the only G plane you can get in your fleet is the A225, which you get from the Leipzig Premium Pass. Doesn't the stands give you more handling crew? That's true, but like I would have to buy one at a time, and I would also have to buy these terminals. The stands aren't so bad buying one at a time because, like, I mean, they're only 2,000 for an A stand or like 8,000 for a D stand. But then I would have to buy these terminals, which add up to like 20,000, 25, 15 for some of them. This one's 27. 18 over here. It's 27 over there. So yeah, they just kind of add up, and I don't know if I want to spend that money right now, especially when I do have 364,000 wallers, but I only have that because I bought wallers using gold planes so that way I can afford my Concorde. Amy said, I am BKK to complete all the existing contracts, would not like to leave a contract halfway. Okay, cool. No problem. Awesome. like, even though I have all these extra wallers, I try to kind of like not go crazy, because like I'm buying stuff with gold planes, buying wallers with gold planes, so I don't want to like. But like these stands over here, I already bought the terminal, so I'm gonna buy that A stand. Let's go to 2D view, because 2D view is easier for me to see. Yeah, so we got all the A stands, we got all the D stands. Pretty much have all the unlocks over there. I think over here we have all the unlocks too. So I did just add 2 more handling crew. I think it is gonna be time to like, oh, maybe over here, do we have everything? Maybe it is time to buy another terminal. And I think we have, let's take a look at what planes we have waiting to land. So I'm looking at only arriving airplanes, and I'm going to look at pretty much just the player planes. So I'm going to look at my planes and other players, and what we're going to see here is we're going to see what size planes we have, so that way I know what size stands I need, because like not all of these planes are assigned. Some of them are assigned and cleared for landing, but most of them are not. But we got like a lot of E planes. I see a few C planes, not too many, but a lot of E planes. I see an F plane and some 3 F cargos. So that tells me, and yeah, 3 F cargos. Okay, one that's on the ground already, and these 2 are not assigned. Yeah, those 2 are not assigned. So I need to buy. Oh, and I can buy this one and expand it. So we're gonna go ahead and expand that one. Let's find that A388 again. Let's watch it in the background. Yeah, maybe I need to buy like 3 or 4 more E stands so I can get more planes on the ground, because that's the key. I'm not. Oh, handling crew is also important to have, but like once I get all the pre-landed planes handled already, yeah, pre-landed planes handled, then we're just spending time waiting for planes to land and taxi. So if I can get a bunch of planes on the ground, that's super helpful. So I'm gonna go ahead and we can upgrade a few of these stands, I think. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind, like this stand right here, right, D306, it blocks 306L and 306 right. So what I would like to do ideally is to do like 305, because 305 only has A stands, while 306 has a B stand already in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade 305, so that way, I'm not accidentally blocking these stands that might be in use. One thing I didn't just keep in mind though is that if I have an F plane here at stand 304, then it's going to block E and F planes from landing here. So that is a concern. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock this one too. At a certain point in time, then I could just go ahead and just start unlocking things without a care in the world. But right now, I want to make sure we're not blocking too many of the smaller stands, because although we don't have a lot of smaller planes, we do have a few. And if I already have the stand, I don't want to inadvertently block it. Let's see here. We got an F plane. Okay. Oh. And then let's make sure we schedule these player planes to land. And then for my planes, it's only a C and a D plane, and a Concorde, of course, which we are giving away to Concorde on the Fat Airlines Discord. So by the end of the stream, that Concorde is going to have a contract owner. So make sure you join the Fat Airlines Discord and sign up for the giveaway. All right, let's go back to the leaderboards. Actually, they're on ads. I'll wait for the ads to finish in case people want to watch the leaderboards. My chat scrolled down. Hold on, I need to scroll back up. Why do when we unlock terminals still only get 1 handling crew and 1 contract slot? It should be more, because like even when we unlock a stand which is much cheaper, We still get one handling crew and one contract slot. Shouldn't there be more value for the terminals? Yeah, I get exactly where you're coming from, and I do think that like it kind of makes it not worth it in some ways to like unlock the terminal. But I'm glad we at least get something. You know, like, don't get me wrong there. I'm glad we get something. But you know, that's why I'm busy over here like upgrading these stands to an F stand, or you know, to whatever stand I need, instead of unlocking this terminal, because when you unlock a terminal, you don't get any of the stands. You have to also still buy a stand. So it's cool. I don't know why. I don't know why that's a mechanic. There's probably some strategic or financial reason for it, but let's see what you guys say in chat. Ultra nice. You did cycling? That's what's good. Ginger Jesus said, because the terminals are the first step, you can't buy the stand without the terminal, and if you ended up getting more rewards for unlocking the terminal, the game would be too easy in terms of handling crew and contract slots, which would take away gold plating purchases in the shop, which is the developer's only source of income, except for the Airbus Boeing packs. I mean, I guess that makes sense too, right? But gotta be another mechanics reason too. Or maybe that's it, you know? I'm just happy we get something for buying the terminals, but like, yeah, it does make it so where like I'd much rather unlock an A stand or a D stand over here, especially since like I'm gonna get a handling crew for that versus paying 20,000 or more for a new terminal. Oh, we got contract requests. Oops. We got from David Elio. Nice. Thank you, David, for the plane, man. Hope you're doing well. All right. I think ads are over. I don't know. Are they over? Yeah, ads are over. Let's go ahead and bring up the... Let's extend these tower managers again. And let's go ahead and bring up the leaderboards. Nope, not working again. Game mode. Leaderboards. Handled cargo in tons. We're going to switch to this week, and we're looking at the iOS leaderboard. So iOS, we got Telephone Booth with 62.9 million tons, Freezeman with 47.3 million, and Unholy Cumulus with 34.4 million. Nice job to those guys. Look at David at number 10, 12.6 million. Where am I? Am I even on this? Did I pass myself? Oh my goodness, I'm all the way down to number 50. 5.5 million. I don't really play Leipzig a lot, so that might be part of it. I do play some Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is like looking like it's going to be a good cargo airport. But I have too many D planes, not enough like E or F planes at my Hong Kong. So all right, there we go. That's the handled cargo leaderboards. We're gonna go ahead and look for the leaderboards on Android. So on Android, we got the handled leaderboards in tons for this week. We got Stardust Airlines at 49.7 million tons. We got Stardust Airways with 25.4 million tons, and Torpedo Pire with 24.3 million tons. And then we got the rest of them. Get France, Japan, number 10 there. Yeah, this one, you probably have to play a lot of Leipzig to be on this leaderboard, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe. I'm down to number 50 though. I'm kind of shocked. I might grind a lot of Leipzig this week so I can get that number up, you know? Oh, I wasn't even on the leaderboard. Oh look, Tony Airways at 4.2. All right, and at number 100 is Jets for Life at 3.4 million tons. So that is the handled cargo leaderboards. Next up, we're gonna do. Last up is completed contracts. I guess we'll look also at the livery leaderboard, but we're only gonna look at like the top like 20 or 30. Yeah, we're only gonna look at like the top 20 or 30. There's no point in looking like at the whole entire list, because like really the top ones is really where it matters for liveries. But completed contracts, we got Stardust Airlines at 152,000, France Japan with 109,000, and Unknown 24 with 101,000 contracts completed. Nice. I was told with contracts completed that when you do non-player contracts and you do like you finish tier 1, that counts as a completed contract. Then you finish tier 2, that counts as another completed contract. So maybe for the completed contracts list or leaderboard, if you want to get on this one, you have to play a lot of non-player contracts essentially. Seems like that might be the way to go. I know I started doing a lot more, well, not doing more, but like that's why I started accepting the local, regional, and international contracts, whether or not I needed that plane, because why did I do it? One, for the Woapedia, I didn't want to like keep looking to see if I needed that plane or not. I was like, I have plenty of Wallers. I can go ahead and buy this. Oh look, Mercurial Justice 31.8 thousand. But yeah, I have plenty of Wallers. I have no problem buying. Alright, and Ruan Sky at number 100 at 30.9 thousand completed contracts. So that is the Android leaderboards. Congratulations to all you guys who are on those leaderboards. Really cool. We're gonna look next at the last, I guess. Oh no, we still have to look at the liveries. All right, we're gonna look at. Yeah, switch. For some reason, my iPad does not want to load into. What the games? I guess not, huh? No! Why is it not working? I don't even know what the shortcut is. Is it this? Game overlay. There we go. Ah, I got it. All right, completed contracts. We're gonna go to this week. So we got Telephone Booth at 182,000. We got Dragon Cathay at 146,000. We got Flying Park at 95,000. Freezeman 85, nice. David Elliott 63. Let's keep going. I'm at 26, 42.7 thousand. What was that? 26. I feel like a few weeks ago I was 27, but like that could be because I'm moving up in the rankings or because somebody's not playing, right? So you never know if you're moving up in the rankings or if somebody just stopped playing for a week. All right, and then number 100 we got Seth Cohen 69 at 32.4 thousand. I don't know, why did I just do that? Ugh. All right, last up we're gonna check the collected liveries leaderboard. Leaderboards. Hold up. Game overlay. Leaderboards. There we go. I have to wait for it to load. We're going to go to collected liveries. We're going to go to global for this week. We got Ben 2024 at 1998, number 1 spot. We got a few people at 1997 all the way through number 5. And at 1996, we got quite a few, which takes us down to number 22 for 1996. Then you got, the rest going further and further down. And then you got Fat Empire. I don't even know where the Fat Rican is, but I'm nowhere near the top. So that's collected liveries. Let us land some or queue some planes, approve some planes to land. That's going to be important. Start handling some planes. This one I forgot the ramp agent looks like. Let's go ahead and do this, do that. Right, looking good. I think we're going to be able to handle most of the planes today again at Hong Kong. All right, let me take a look at chat real quick because Hammy messaged me. What I like to do when I unlock stands is to unlock the stand size I want and then immediately disable all the other stand sizes so that the delivery manager knows which plane type should be assigned for each stand, making sure there's no confusion or stands blocking each other. See, I always forget to do that. I always forget to do that. Like, I should have done that when I unlocked these other stands. Like blocking some of the D's or something like that. I mean, I guess I could do that over here. But I don't need any more C stands. We don't really have a lot of seaplanes waiting to land. But yeah, that is some good advice. When you're unlocking the stand, block the other sizes that you no longer want. So, but we could do that over here. So what Hammy is saying, like, we're gonna go to F over here. Next thing we do once we unlock it is immediately go to edit and turn off the sizes that you don't want to handle there. That way, when the delivery manager is actually on, like mine is paused right now, but that way when the delivery manager's on, it's not assigning smaller planes to those stands. I like that advice. Yanha said, I saw they're going to make runway 30 function in Prague, but it's still going to be a one runway airport. Yeah, I mean, Prague is like the developer's like home airport, essentially. It's one like closest to where they live. And they also had like a partnership with Prague in the early days of World of Airports. I'm not sure if they still have a partnership or not. But like that's going to be like the most realistic. They don't use two runways in real life, as far as I'm aware. Therefore, they're not going to do that in the game either. Oh yeah, DM Airlines said that. What's good, DM? What's up, Zocker? What's up, Tom Philly Love? Ultra said April ends on a Thursday. In 2 days, you'd be streaming because it's a Saturday. Would you also be streaming on the 1st of May to bring the Streamathon to a nice conclusion, or skip the Friday just because April ended? I don't know. I might extend the Streamathon for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. We'll see what life looks like. You know, I've been waking up really early to go to the gym, so I've been like kind of tired lately. Because then my kids are also waking up early, even though they're not going to the gym. It makes no sense. Because like I planned on going to the gym at 6 a.m. so I could be home by 7 a.m. because for months, maybe years, for months especially, for months my kids would always be waking up at 7 a.m. But now that I'm waking up at 6 a.m., my kids are waking up at 5:50 a.m. It makes no sense to me. Like, I can understand if I'm waking them up because I'm making too much noise or I'm shuffling around in a room. So like if they woke up at like 6:10 a.m. like after I woke up, fine, that would make sense. I'd get it. Like, okay, I need to be quieter. But no, they're waking up 10 minutes before I am. Therefore, I'm taking care of them, and it's just a lot. So like this week, I'm gonna try to go to the gym at 5 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. So that way I can help my wife out instead of her having to handle the kids while they're up at 6 a.m. now instead of them being up at 7 a.m. It's like super frustrating. But yeah, I forgot what I was getting at. But yeah, that's why with the Streamathon, I'm not even sure like if we're gonna do Fridays or do more in May. I have to see how everything feels, how everything's going. TJ Bay said, regarding completed contracts, you and I both leapfrog some folks in the past couple of weeks. Nice. I did accept David's plane. Yeah, okay, good. In the future, they will have two runways using at the same time at Prague. I think that's after the terminal upgrade. I heard that they're going to have two parallel runways at Prague. So yeah, it's a lot easier to have two parallel runways running at the same time versus having two intersecting runways running at the same time. Definitely a lot easier to do that in real life. Yeah, when they at some point they'll get old enough to sleep the full night. Exactly. Like at some point, it's everything's just gonna be like back to normal. But it's not that way now, and it's upsetting. But trying my best, you know, trying my best with everything I'm doing. That's why I'm not trying to commit to anything like beyond April 30th. Like I was even thinking about like canceling today's stream, but like luckily, I mean, you guys hung out here while I regrouped myself. Ultra said they regarding the runways, having parallel runways running at the same time, they have to distance them though. If it's too close, they can't work at the same time, like Gatwick, if you know. Yeah, that makes sense. That's true. I don't know how Prague is going to function. Is Prague going to be like too close for them to be running at the same time like that? Is GRU, is that why GRU operates the way it does? Because like GRU technically has two runways, but only one plane is landing and only one plane is departing. So it's kind of like there's technically two runways, but like if it feels like there's only one runway because it has to wait for the other plane to depart. Is that like why GRU is that way? Maybe, I don't know. At Gatwick, one of the runways is just straight up not used. Oh yeah, because it's too complicated or something. I mean, you got real life, you got humans, you know, operating air traffic control. I mean, if I was World of Airports and I'm creating all these like taxi systems in World of Airports, like if I was a part of like the development team, what I would try to figure out how to do, and I don't know if Kuba wants to do this, especially after listening to his like interview about like creating like corporate software and stuff. But like if I were them, one of my like long-term goals would be to figure out how I can turn my World of Airports ATC, you know, the automatic control for the ground control on these airplanes, and implement that in real life. I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely something I would try to like to figure out how to do if I had like this access. If I was the creator of World Airports and they're spending so much time creating all these taxi paths, why not do something like that? Like try to figure out how to do that in real life. It might be more complicated than that, but like that would I mean, that'd be a whole new source of revenue. Welcome back, DevZone. Boa Maverick, what's good, bro? Says even at BKK, the two runways closer to each other work that way in the game as well. I don't think I've noticed, but I mean, I feel like BKK, I always have so many planes landing anyway, so it's like I'm not even like looking at the runways. San Francisco has like those parallel landings sometimes. If I redeem one Fat L contract, can I send more than one, or must be one per redeem? So if you do a Fat L plane contract, that means I send you a contract. I get a plane for you, and I send it to your airport. If you buy, well, and then for regular L plane contract, it's just one, bro. We have that, and it's on a cooldown too. We have that so I don't get spammed with contracts. We have that also so the people who are here live on streams also get rewarded essentially with having their planes on stream. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this extension over here, or this terminal over here, because we are gonna need some new stands very soon, and it is time to start building up this airport. Not gonna help us handle more planes yet, but we're gonna get there soon. But yeah, if you do a regular L-plane contract, it's just one contract, one per redeem. What's up, Easy Nuts? Well, Maverick said lots of variables in real life to implement that as of now. Yeah, it's true, but like, you got the basic groundwork, or this is what I think, right? World Airports has the basic groundwork at some of these airports, and then they can work with ATC or whoever the local ground control, and see like how they can kind of like modify it and tweak it to like real life. That way it is less. No, I don't. This is not the way I want to say it. But that way it's like automated. You're still gonna have human oversight, but you will need less people working it at one single time. So because it's a stressful job being an air traffic controller, right? And not everybody can do it. And then even like in the US, right? They I don't know if they're getting paid yet or not, but like on top of that, like there's periods of time where they're not getting paid, or maybe it was TSA not getting paid. Either way, it's a stressful job. They have to constantly be on alert and be aware, and like having some kind of thing to help some relief a little bit, I think would be great. Ahmad said, I like your game, bro. I'm not a developer of the game, but I do also like World Airports. I'm just another player, just like you. Raptor said they stopped parallel landings at SFO for safety reasons. Gotcha. Simultaneous landing runway needs 2,300 feet of separation. Ooh. Transfer the X-plane contract. Nice. All right, we're gonna wait for that to come in. The government shutdown stopped ages ago. Yeah, bro. I don't watch the news. I do read the news, like if it was like a week before my vacation, then I'm reading up to see everything that's happening when it comes to, you know, or the airport that I'm traveling out of and traveling to. That way I can make sure I'm getting to the airport on time and stuff. But otherwise, not doing that. All right, now we got just a bunch of non-player planes waiting to land. So I think I'm good for the departure managers to do their automatic thing. We're gonna finish handling all these player and non-player planes, and then we'll switch over to, I think, Sydney. Let me see which one got the most votes. Oh no, Muscat got the most votes. My in-game name, Fat Empire, 2 words. HKG Ops Center is doing a lot of automation. The video by Sam Chu was interesting. Yo, we should probably like do a reaction video to that or something. Like watch it live on stream together and like react. I haven't watched that video, but I've been meaning to, like, I've been wanting to watch that video. I know exactly what you're talking about too. I saw that video pop up in my recommended. It stopped popping up in my recommended, but I did see it pop up for a little bit. So. Cookie Cooker, you talk to ATC every day. You get to drive on the runway and taxiways, inspecting everything, or inspecting every day. Best job ever. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Tried a few years ago to become a TSA agent, but didn't get the job. I wouldn't mind being ground crew. Yeah. Yo, Vader, thank you for becoming subscribing on Twitch, for becoming a VIP, man. This is your first time? I feel like I've seen you before, but yeah, thanks so much, man. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to be TSA though. Like maybe some other kind of like actual like officer. Well, no offense to TSA, but like they don't even carry a gun in the US. What kind of officer of the law doesn't have a firearm? I might be wrong. I think some of them do. Either way, I'd rather be something else. Cookie Cooker is an airport operations specialist at LEX. If anyone ever wants to stand on a runway, I can make it happen. That's pretty cool, man. Maybe we do a... So one of the things I'm doing later this year is I'm doing a video. I'm going to St. Martin, right? And I'm going on a cruise, and the cruise is stopping at St. Martin. I'm doing a video, a travel vlog style video for Fat Airlines, where we're going to kind of like travel from the cruise port to the airport. I'm going on an excursion at the airport. It's going to take us snorkeling. It's supposed to be at Mahu Beach, like underneath where the planes fly, right? So I'm going to take a couple videos. I'm going to do like here's like World of Airports versus real life, you know, do a couple things like that. And you know, depending upon how that video goes, one of the things I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing more airports in the future. I might have to hit you up. You know, that'd be a pretty cool experience, you know, to like, especially for people to record and for people to see, going onto a runway and seeing what that like feels like. I don't know. French Japan said, if possible, hop into Sydney to accept my renewal. Be there next time we play Sydney. Nice. Yes, next time we play Sydney is Monday, so definitely want to go in there and accept it as soon as we can, if possible, you know. Vader said, I just started watching live streams yesterday. Okay, that's why I remember you. Nice. Well, welcome, man. Thank you for the support, bro. You seen Air Force 2 coming? Nice. Feels like asphalt, probably. Well, I know I have a friend who actually works on airport, the airport taxiways and runways. And it's a lot, I mean, it is like asphalt, but there's a lot more complicated than that. During winter, I plow snow off the runway taxiways. Yeah. That's fun. Yo, what's up, Linux? All right, we're gonna switch airports soon. I just want to. Oh, we got extra contract capacity. Nice. Let's see. When do we reach regional? Oh, 28. Yikes. It's kind of far. It's only far because a lot of my player contracts are still like baby contracts. Oh, I gotta accept Sammy, right? Yep, Sammy. All right, cool. We got this. Let's take a look at the contracts. I've been ignoring. So we got Adam Cack with 14 days. I'm not too upset about 24 hours. 7 days is not bad either. 14 days is maybe kind of bad. I don't know. But what I'm looking for actually is the time. How many contracts we're at. So like this is at 5 out of 10. I want to make sure I didn't miss any that are like 7 out of 10. Ones that are at 7 out of 10 or higher, I want to make sure they're hearted, so that way they can get priority. I also heart, you know, the Concordes and the special planes, because like if somebody's sending me a Concorde or a special plane, I want to also make sure that they're getting that plane back as fast as possible. Especially with a Concorde with the fast travel time. Like if Hammy's, actually let's go back to Hammy. If Hammy's playing Sydney right now, and if I'm playing, you know, Hong Kong for 2 hours, but it doesn't look like I'm playing Hong Kong for 2 hours today. I almost played it for like an hour and a half, but not for 2 hours. But if you know, Hammy was back in Sydney and handled the plane, it might even be on its way back. I don't know. Actually, what does it say? It says flying to Sydney. So now I was too slow. So it's still on its way back to Sydney. It would take an hour to come back. Still not too bad. But the fast travel time is very beneficial. All right, here's a 7 out of 10, so we're going to heart that. Yeah, Hong Kong, we're just now starting to reach these last few levels, or the last few contract handlings for these planes. So we're gonna start to like really jump up in levels pretty soon. How do you find Innsbruck update? I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it was like more of a visual update than anything, and I think we also got the ability to switch accounts back, which is nice, right? So I'm not gonna like downplay that, but you know, it's like it's not another, it's not a gameplay update, you know, nothing that gets us logging into the game every single day to play World of Airports. That's something that I really want to see. It's something that's going to get us and other players to log in every single day to want to play World of Airports. Because like 100 silver planes ain't it, you know? Like, I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to get 100 free silver planes every single day. Plus, you know, the event planes that you get as well. But we need like something else that's going to help us with staying engaged with the game. Because a lot of people, especially like a lot of longtime players too, I'm noticing more and more of those players are dropping out of World of Airports. It's because there's only so much. I mean, it's only, all we're doing is the same thing over here, is clicking the plane, handling it, and going on to the next one, going to the next airport. And for me, I mean, that's why I also have multiple accounts, because like I enjoy like leveling up airports. I enjoy unlocking new things. So like on my main account, I already have everything. So it does get kind of maybe boring at sometimes. But yeah, that's one thing I really want to see. Like new airports are cool too, because of, you know, it's a whole new experience, whole new airport to level up. That's great. You know, new strategy. You have to unlock stands. You have to do all these things in order to get it to a full airport. But that only lasts for like a month or maybe 2 months. After that, then it's back to where we began. So I really want to see more gameplay updates when it comes to World of Airports. But it seems like recently they've been focused a lot on graphic updates, which is cool too. Don't get me. I really love these shadows that they put into the game. Like, I mean, you could change the time here, and you can see the shadows are updating with the time of the day. The shadows are a lot more detailed. I mean, even at like, it doesn't look like they have it at Hong Kong, but even at some of these airports, they have it where the scenery, like a light post here, would have shadows, which is really awesome. So, yeah, that's how I feel. Guys, if you don't know, or if you're just joined recently, we are giving away a Concorde today, and that's on the Fat Airlines Discord. You go to Fat Airlines Discord, you go down to this giveaway special plane channel, and we're giving away a Concorde, which ends, it says in 54 minutes at 1:44 p.m. So yeah, about 54 minutes. There's 29 people already joined, but you can join as well. This Concorde is coming from Hong Kong from my stream only account, and it's going to one of these airports. It's the only airports you can go to, and we're giving away a Concorde on today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from different airports. So like Monday, I think it's going to be from Sydney. Tuesday, I think it's going to be from Muscat. Actually, let me, before I start promising, yeah, sorry. Monday is going to be from Sydney. Tuesday is going to be another Concorde from Hong Kong. And Wednesday is going to be a Concorde from LHR. So those are going to the giveaways are going to start at the beginning of stream. They're going to end towards the end of stream, so that way we can send out the request and get that accepted by the end of stream. My only request is that you accept that Concorde before the next time we play this airport, because I'm going to cancel that if you don't accept it by then, and I'm going to send it to somebody who wants it. And, you know, of course, the Concorde, I keep an eye on my Concordes to see how long they're taking to get back to me. Same thing, if you're not going to handle it, then I'm going to send it to somebody who will. Alright, let's go to... How are we looking over here? Can't verify your account. I don't know what you're talking about. But you sent me you put S plane contract Linux, which means that is for you to send me an S plane on my stream only account. I could refund you if that's not what you meant, but there's no way an S plane can come from Leipzig or to go to Leipzig from Hong Kong. So I'm gonna reject that. Actually, you could buy it again if that's what if you want to. But if you're talking about verifying on Discord, to get the verified role on Discord, you just have to be type in chat, be active in chat for like a few posts, and then you get the valid verified label added to you once you reach level 1 on the Discord. We do that to kind of prevent, you know, spam bots from being able to access everything. It's been very useful. It works. Just, you know, type a little bit in chat and you should be able to get verified access. I don't think anywhere else I require verification. How are we looking here? 49 seconds, 3 minutes, 11 minutes. Oof, 11. Yeah, so I mean, like right now during my streamathon, I am streaming like every single day except Sunday, right? So like, I understand if people can't handle the planes every single day, but like normally I stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Now after the streamathon, I might add another day to my schedule during the week. We'll see, but maybe after my vacation. But what am I trying to get at? Yeah, the thing is, when I'm back to my normal schedule of 1 time per week, I can't play every single airport one day a week, because I'm only live for like 3 hours, right, on Saturdays. So usually that means like I could play 2 airports in one day, and then I have like 5 airports to play though. I have like I have Prague, I have Muscat, I have Sydney, I have Hong Kong, and I have CNN. CNN is kind of like low priority. CNN, I don't even know if we get another airport after we unlock CNN, you know, or after we max out CNN, and if once they release the new generic airports. We haven't heard anything else about generic airports. I also thought that we would get like more. I feel like we would get more airports in the game because of generic airports, but we haven't seen anything yet. I don't know what's happening with generic airports, but yeah. Just made with the MD-11. What does that mean? If you want to sign in to play games, there is standing no connection to the website. Oh, so you're explaining why your player name is with the random numbers. You probably want to figure that out though, because if you switch your device, or if your device gets like deleted and like or reformatted, then you're gonna lose all your World Airports progress. You don't want that to happen. Well, I don't think you want that to happen if you have Leipzig already. I'm not familiar with Google Play, so it's like hard for me to kind of give you advice on what to do to fix it. But hopefully you get that sorted out. It's good that you know though. Oh, before you change airports, I got you, bro. I will wait. Yo, an E190 can go from Nagoya to Hong Kong. That's pretty cool. Right now it's slow time at Hong Kong because now we got all the planes landed that we want. Now I'm just waiting for And now I'm just waiting for these planes to finish. I don't know if I'm gonna wait 8 minutes, but I also don't want Lightning Dolphin to not get their plane back until Tuesday, because like if I could send this plane back, then at least they get their. We have an opportunity to get another handling on Tuesday when I play this, when I play Hong Kong again. Like 7 minutes. The good thing though is at least I have other planes that are also being handled, but they're not player planes, but there's still other planes being handled, so that's good. But wow, even if I wait 7 minutes, that the C-17 is gonna be like the only plane here for a while. Everybody got the last one you sent? You're good? Alright, cool. Thanks for the heads up, bro. We got next level is 752F contract and an A320. Are there any side challenges in WoA, like so many of one aircraft sent down to certain airports? I wish, bro, but no. Challenges is something that World Airports had mentioned like maybe a year or two ago about adding to the game. And there used to be something like that already in the game before 2.0 came out, but nothing like that exists. It's something I think that would, you know, if they get the rewards correct or get the rewards right, then I think it's something that would add a lot to the game. You know, for example, if we were to handle, you know, let's take a look. I can't do it here, but let's say if we were to handle, like, let's say 100 A380s, right, at an airport, at a single airport or something, and that would give us an A380 into our fleet. That'd be a cool reward, right? Same thing with, let's say, 100 E190s. You handle 100 E190s at that airport, and then you would get an E190 added to your fleet. Not unlocked, not, you know, you don't get a livery unlocked either. Just that plane, just like how you get with the premium pass here, you get like a plane added to that airport. That's a cool challenge reward. I think people would play for that. You know, another thing too is, like, you know, special liveries. If you handle like 100 of the, you know, A388, what is it called? I forgot what that livery is called. It's the one that's like at Muscat and a few other airports. Oh, like blue. But if you handle those special liveries a couple times, then you can also get that plane into your fleet. One plane added into your fleet with that special livery. The same way these Boeing and Airbus packages have a special livery, right? So Boeing packs and this Airbus packs, when you get these planes also have this house. It's called house livery, right? And they're only available on those airplanes, so you can switch them out, but no other airplane in your fleet can have those liveries. Only those that you purchase from the packs, right? So that would be a cool reward from a challenge. If you handled enough of those special unique livery planes, you get one of those planes into your fleet. I think that would be cool. But yeah, I would definitely want to see more of that, or something like that in the game. On the C-17 you're handling, you're not using the max amount of crew. Oh, good looks. That's what you guys were saying before. I see multiple people were saying that, but I wasn't registering that. That makes sense. Good looks. Good looks to all you guys. And to DM for making it real clear. You mean the Beluga? I mean, the Beluga could be another one if you handle it 100 times at an airport. Get one added to your fleet, and maybe not 100, right? There could be other numbers that could go with, but you know, handle a plane a certain amount of times, and you get that plane added to your fleet. And then the next time, those challenges are kind of easily repeatable. You can grow it, so now the next time you have to handle it 150 times, and then 200 times. You know, keep growing it from there. I finished my protein shake. Now it's time for coffee. Yo, friends Japan, thanks for the lurk. A whale plane, yeah. All right, now we're just waiting on the C-17. I do want this plane to like push back before I exit the airport, mainly, especially because like when it comes to player planes, oh, I don't have, interesting. Especially when it comes to player planes, you know, if I want to give people the opportunity to handle it and send it back, because like we got like 3 days before I play this airport again, right? So plenty of time for somebody to handle it, and even if they don't handle it, at least it's not on me, you know. But like there's some people who do, I forget about Lightning Dolphin in particular, but there's some people who do play every single day, and they try to play a lot of airports every single day too. So it's like we could get the 10 by the end of Streamathon, maybe not because it's at 0, but we could get the 10 sooner if we're both handling it faster. And that's the challenge that's happening on my players only account right now. And I'll bring it up because we got 20 seconds over here. That's good. But that's the challenge on my players only account. I have a PC account called Captain Fat, and it's also on a players only challenge. So that means I can only play with other players. And with this challenge, you know, not only is it challenging because it's players only, but because it relies on 2 people to play the game. So it relies on me to handle these planes. So these 36 planes that I have waiting to land, I need to handle, right? And then these 57 contracts that I have, all the other people also need to play that other airport and send that plane back. Because otherwise what ends up happening is, let's see, what's the longest we have? Anything that's super long? Nothing. I'm the bottleneck here today. But yeah, here we go. We got like DM Airlines, Muscat for 2 days almost, right? 2 days is not too bad, right? It's not terrible, but just an example. I'm not shaming you this time, but you know, if some like, and then if I go on vacation or if somebody else goes on vacation, they don't have, you know, world airports on their phone, or they don't have internet access, then that causes a delay on either one of us. So that's going to be an interesting part. That's also why I limit how many contracts I'll take from a single player, because that way I'm not wholly impacted by one player canceling or quitting the game or stopping or pausing, whatever they want to call it. QJ said, a challenge like handle 100 Beluga and you get a one-time Beluga XL contract. Interesting. I don't know if contracts would be, well, for me at least, getting a contract would not be exciting. Getting a fleet plane would be more exciting. You know, same thing, like, you know, even with this invite a friend, you know, getting 2,500 silver planes is not exciting. If I got like one gold plane, definitely exciting, right? So I mean, that's just me. I'm not excited by, you know, gold or silver planes. I'm not excited by liveries or planes like that. I know for some players it might be a little bit more exciting, but that's just how I feel. That's my stance. You studied BTC for the past 7 years. Let me know. I can't send you any info. You like? Okay, cool, nice. I'll let you know, bro. Right now, I think I'm pretty okay. I haven't really been investing too much because I'm trying to recover from the selling of, or the closing of my former business, and I'm trying to start up my other business too. So, and then I have like 2 business ideas that I'm working on. I'm kind of busy. And it's like, maybe that's something I need to just drop and work full-time, but I don't want to work full-time like that. I don't like being, this is the livery I was talking about. This livery right here. Is it so if you handle this plane like 100 times, then you get like that plane and that livery in your fleet. I think that would be cool. Right, let's go ahead. You guys next voted on Muscat, so we're gonna play Muscat for a little bit here. Muscat, we're level 44. I think we need like level what, 60 or something, 60, 65 to unlock Leipzig, and we're making a ton of progress here. We only have 47 planes to land and only 4 on the ground, so it looks like I didn't pre-land anything here. So it might not be the greatest airport to play right now, but that's okay. We'll kind of talk. We'll chill. We'll hang out, and we'll see what we have happening here. We did give away a Concorde last time, so this has an opportunity to get to Jan Haas, which is cool. Jan Haas won our Concorde giveaway at Muscat, so congratulations. For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even today, we're doing a Concorde giveaway from my stream only account, Fat Empire, to celebrate the unlocking of the Concorde. So you can join Discord, exclamation point Discord, if you're not there already, to get a link from our bots. And you join the Discord, you go to our giveaway special plane channel, and in that channel you can hit the enter giveaway button, and you will get you'll be entered for a chance to win. Everybody who enters has an equal chance at winning the Concorde as a rival plane. Yana says Emirates destination Dubai. Nice. You want it back today? I don't know. Would it even be possible to come back today? Nah, it won't be possible, bro. I'm not gonna be here in an hour and a half. I have to end in like 50 minutes. Do you think Boa could implement an emergency scenario that could be random? I mean, I don't know what you mean by emergency. There are certain emergencies that will never happen in the game. But they did think about like other type of things that would happen. I mean, we have like the ambulift in the game now. So like that's not necessarily emergency, but certain planes need that handling where other planes do not. Same thing with repair. You know, a very minor repair, what doesn't cost you anything, but planes sometimes need a repair handling on them. The World Airports did talk about perhaps adding a runway repair, like emergency type thing. Like if you're talking about like plane crashes or anything that makes the aviation world look bad, it's probably not going to happen. I find it kind of interesting how many people want to see plane crashes in this game though. Like, for real? I don't get it myself, but that's not me. Maybe crosswind in the future. Yeah, that could be another one, right? They mentioned a couple of other, like, you know, random scenarios that aren't always emergency like, but there will be like other kind of random events, but not a lot of emergency scenarios. Nothing that's gonna essentially paint the aviation or planes or airports in a bad light. Yeah, exactly. Crash is not something you want ever. And I know there are games out there that have plane crashes. Like, go play those. UATC have plane crashes. That's true, but it's not. It's just like even if they like slightly touch, I guess technically if a plane touches another plane, it's a crash. Unslope with the contract request. Let's go. Or redemption, I should say. Oh, we got Seabird Club's Legends too. Let's go. Oh, Sunslope with the L plane contract. Let's go. Nice. All right, we're gonna go to Fleet here. Let's see if I have any planes I could redeem because I'm broke. Oh, A343. That's what you're getting, bro. Okay, we're gonna get you A343. Let's go ahead and configure it for Hong Kong. So we're at Muscat. We're gonna select Hong Kong here. It doesn't need configuration to get there, but I'm still gonna look at the profit per round trip to see where the highest is. So the highest is at 18 out of 18 for first, but I'm also gonna look at what's the next one. So you got 16 out of 18 is higher, so we could do 16 out of 18, but we can keep going down. I'm gonna see if there's another number where it jumps back up. So you see how here we go from 16 to 15, it drops down. We go down to 14, it drops down again, but then we go up we go down to 13, and it goes up to 2020. So it went from 1857 at 14 first class seats to 2020 at 13 first class seats. So more profitable with fewer seats. So those are the numbers that I'm looking for, is when the number goes up, because that's going to help me identify, okay, let's take a look at 2020, see if we can get past 2050 or whatever it was. This one's at 2118. So that's good, 10 and 13. So we're going to do the next number down, which is what, 10 over here. So we're going to take a look here, see if we get past 21, whatever it was, 21. And no 21. And at a certain point, you're not going to get any higher. The number is just it's still going to go up, but it's not going to really increase by a lot. So the ideal configuration for A343 to go to Hong Kong is 10 business, 13 first. That's how I do it, pretty much on the fly every single time. We got our livery here. I'm going to go ahead and apply it. Then we're going to hit claim, and I'm also going to hard it, so that way it'll be prioritized for landing. I'm pretty sure, because we have prefer favorite airplanes for approach and for delivery. Cool. And we'll get that. We'll look to see if we can get that sent your way. Roll off B. Cookie Cooker had a small plane crash at your job yesterday. The pilot and passenger walked away unscathed. That's good, man. Well, good that they're unharmed. Bad that there was a crash. Ultra says their crashes are less of a crash than WOA when the taxiing fails. Yeah, I mean, the planes in WOA would literally just clip through each other. Cookie Cooker said part of his job, or their job, is that they answer the crash phone, which is a direct line from tower to us. We have 3 levels alert, with alert 3 meaning an actual crash. Oh snap, that's interesting. That's cool. Like you're pretty much like, even if you have nothing to do, you still have to like be ready for those phones. Vader said like priority landings or something like that, where you have to hold all other landings and departures to allow this one plane to land and then resume your schedule and try not to get delays and such. I don't know if that's something that they've talked about, but I could see that happening. You know, like especially since we used to get Air Force, or no, we got Air Force 2. I don't think Air Force 2 gets priority like Air Force 1 does. Like if they put in Air Force 1 in the game, for example, or like a medical emergency, or you know, on a plane, where that's why it requires it to land first. But I feel like that's also wouldn't really impact much, because you have tower managers in this game, and the tower managers would just automatically handle that, right? So it's like, it really wouldn't. The way the game works right now, I don't know if that would really impact, or at least that exact suggestion, you know, but it could. Could you change the third color to pink on the A388 to my Hong Kong from your Muscat? Yeah, all right, let's go. Hammy to Hong Kong. Wrong button. Let's go. Yeah, if you guys ever like redeem a plane and you want me to change the third color from black to something else, let me know. That's like part of the stream account. I'm more than willing to update the colors, the third color on that airplane. And apparently, I don't know when this got fixed, because it was not in any of the patch notes. But apparently now, if you do change your airplane livery while it's on a contract with somebody, that contract partner will get the updated livery as well. Usually, it used to be where you had to wait for the contract to complete, and then when you resent the contract, that's when your partner got the updated livery. But now, apparently, you get it instantly. So that's pretty cool. When did that update happen? I don't have no idea. DM Airlines, you just finished handling Prague. It took 4 hours today. Didn't it take you like 10 hours or 12 hours the other day? Yeah, I have like 300 or 400 planes waiting to land at Prague. I have no clue how long it's going to take me. Yo, what was that? Jelinsky? Kolsky. 1995 Michelin. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh, you got over 5 million wallers at Prague. Let's go. That's when it's nice to have the Concorde unlocked, because you know I always just default back to that. But at Prague it's gonna be tough, right? Because there's not a lot of L stands, so it's like you don't really benefit from buying a bunch of larger planes either. Oh, look at this. Yes, we got our plane down here. Gotta make sure I'm prioritizing these cargo planes. Mercurial Justice, I don't know if you're here today, but thank you so much for these special planes. Especially to my stream account. You don't see them often because I only play the stream account once a week normally. So it's nice. And I mean, look at how much, I wonder how much, look at this. We got 349 XP when this plane finishes, man. 349. And this A124, also 349. That's 700 XP. Granted, the A225 is closer to completion than the A124, but still. All right, let's send this over to Sunslope. Sunslope, the request has been sent. Oh, and it has been accepted. always it cracks me up. I appreciate it, but it cracks me up when it gets accepted that fast, especially when I'm not streaming and contracts get accepted. Because I never expect contracts to get accepted that quickly. So like, especially when I'm playing my main account and then I send somebody a contract request, and it's like usually a renewal. Sometimes it's a brand new request, but then it gets accepted like right away. I'm like, oh my gosh. I know sometimes that happens for some people who are playing with me too, because like I'll get like a little pop-up that says like, you know, so and so requested a contract, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool, let's accept it real quick. Because on my main account, I play that account pretty much every single day, and I play LHR, BKK, IAD, HKG. I play those 4 airports pretty much every day. Lately I've been a little bit delayed on my daily playing for some of those airports. And some of those airports I also have a ton of contracts, like at LHR. This morning I had 740 planes waiting to land. I think I got it down to 600, but then I had to switch accounts to my stream account. So yeah, some of these airports I have a lot of airplanes waiting to land, but I do find it funny and enjoyable when I send a request and it gets accepted right away. What's up, Zakaria says, can you send some planes? Yo, the best place for you to go to get contracts is the Fat Airlines Discord. Go to Fat Airlines Discord, !Discord, or you can look at the description on YouTube. And the Fat Airlines Discord, we have a contract board. We also have contract giveaways happening, including a Concorde giveaway happening right now from my stream account, where everybody who enters has an equal chance at winning. We have the contract board here where, you know, everybody can make a post about what airports they're looking to send or receive planes, or both. You can, you know, have a contract board post. We have a contract chat, so that way if you're like only have one plane, you don't want to make a post, you can kind of go in there. If you're ongoing, like constantly looking for planes, you should create a post for sure. Because the thing is with airplane contracts, there's lots of people who have fleet planes, but like it is kind of tough sometimes to get a fleet started, right? Because you have to come up with the wallers, and I mean, like the cheapest, or not the cheapest, but like a good seaplane is going to cost you like 120,000 wallers or more. You know, an E-plane is going to cost you over 300,000 wallers. So like you got to come up with the wallers. Then when you come up with the wallers, then you have to wait for that plane to land. Then you have to wait for it to taxi to its stand. Then you have to send it to the player, and you have to wait for that other player to accept the contract. And who knows how long it's going to take for that other player to accept the contract. So it is quite a process to kind of get fleet planes. That's why the contract board is like such a good place for you to ask for contracts, because if you're looking and you keep your posts updated, people will send you contracts eventually. But it's not going to happen instantly. If you're looking for instant, this is not the place. I mean, yeah, it's going to be hard to find instant people when you're not even known in the community yet. Like, it's easy for me to find somebody, an instant contract partner, because people know me. They know how I play. They know how often I play. They know my style. So, like, they trust me essentially. But like when you're brand new, they don't know you. So like you kind of have to earn that reputation for a bit. Also, you can join FatAirlines.com. We have a email sign up that you can do there. I've been meaning to send out a contract plane, but like life's been getting kind of busy, and I have been just putting it off. Actually, like at night after the kids are going to sleep, I don't even want to sit at my computer anymore. I'm like burnt out or something. Not burnt out, I don't know if that's the right word, but like, yeah, after my kids go to sleep, I don't even want to sit at my computer, I don't even want to do anything. I kind of just want to go right to sleep again, but I have so many things I need to do. It's like, okay, I end up doing a few other things, but I don't sit at my computer. I don't work on my emails. I'm trying to do that. Yeah. Anyways, you can join FatAirlines.com. I'm going to send out eventually a contract email, because what happens with those contract emails is everybody who signed up for the email list gets a contract email. And in that contract email, it tells you what plane I'm sending, what airport I'm sending it from, and what airports it can go to. And every single person who replies back to that email with their username and what airport they want it to, as long as it's one of the airports that it can go to, they will get that airplane to their airport. They'll get one airplane. I know some people try to request like 3 or 4. I'm like, bro, chill. Especially when it's like an 8. It was the A339. Somebody was like, I'll take it to my Hong Kong, I'll take it to my Nagoya, and I'll take it to Sydney. I'm like, all right, bro, I sent it to your Hong Kong. You ain't getting it. Like, they're asking me to spend $1 million, man. I don't think people think like that. I think they just want to, well, in a lot of ways too, you kind of have to ask for it, and who knows, what if you do get 3 airplanes? But no, you only get 1 airplane from me. Hockey Fan said, any players have C's they wish to send to Bari PC account? Hockey Fan 63 can take 3 or 4. Nice. Was there even a stream topic today? Nah. I had a rough morning, and did not have time to create a thumbnail, did not have time to create a stream topic, and I was even thinking about canceling stream. I did not. I'm still here. What would you do if you reach 10k subs? Well, my goal is to reach 10,000 subs by the end of this year. What would I do? I have nothing in. Well, I'm kind of far away from it, even though it's like it's kind of close. It's like, yeah, I only need like 1,100 more subs to reach 10,000. But at the rate that I'm currently going, I'm not gonna get to 10,000 until like March 2027. That's why I really want to try and get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before the end of 2026, because then that would actually show some growth compared to my current trend. If I get to 10,000 subs, then that kind of helps me prove a point to myself. If I don't get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year, then that proves a different point. Which is not like, I mean, it's something I'll talk about more probably as like the year goes on. But it's like, do I continue streaming every Saturday? Because like, it's it's taking time away from me, or from my family, taking the time away from my rest, because I don't have a day off. On Sundays I go to church, Monday through Friday I go to work, on Saturday I stream. So it's like every single day I'm doing something. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm gonna end up thinking about if I don't hit the goal. If I hit the goal, then it's like, all right, how do we continue to grow from here? So just, keeping it real. Yo, Ben, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, just the, those are the kind of things I think about behind the scenes. I don't really talk about it too much until like we're really close to the goal or not close. But thanks for asking. So what's good, Deadeye? If you're what you're doing while streaming doesn't help with the rest, I don't know if it's worth it. You should enjoy what you stream and not just make it a job. Well, I enjoy the stream, but it's like I got also responsibilities too. That's the whole thing. But also, let me actually address the job part, right? So that's part of like the streaming thing, though, is that the reason why we get like 40 viewers every Saturday here, or I would say a major reason why we get 40 viewers every Saturday, and it continues to grow, because even like a year ago we were only at like 20 viewers every Saturday. But the reason why is because I'm here every single Saturday. I can tell you when I cancel stream for 1 week, or let alone for 2 weeks in a row, especially when it's like a last minute cancel where like I'm sick or something, it takes me like a month before my viewership kind of recovers. But if I'm streaming every Saturday consistently, then my viewership stays the same. Now I know it's not all about views, like it's about like kind of interacting with you guys and doing things like that, but like ultimately it's the data that ends up doing a lot of the talking too, in a lot of ways. And the data is what I can use to kind of like look back and reflect on what's working, what's not. So it's what I got access to, But yeah, that's why like I try to make sure I show up every Saturday. That's why I haven't added any other days to my calendar, because like I want to make sure I'm showing up every single time. That's why I'm thinking about my calendar. I might do like Mondays at 9:30, because even during the Streamathon, I only have there's only like a couple, or like 10 to 20 people that show up on that Monday night stream. But I feel like we could really grow the Asia audience, and the Australia audience, and maybe even maybe that's not quite India, but we can grow that East Asia and Australia audience if I do more night streams again. I don't know, but just those things I'm thinking about. And it's like, being consistent, because like that's another thing I tell my friends in real life who ask me about streaming, like how did you grow, how did you do it? And like it's kind of like cliche, because this is literally what everybody tells you on YouTube, but you need to show up, you need to be consistent, you need to show up, you need to be consistent. And I see it with our viewer counts. But yeah, I appreciate that, Ido. Thanks for saying that. Those responsibilities get in the way, yeah. And like that's another thing too. Is like I also have like the two businesses I'm trying to start. Like one that I'm working on right now, but it's really not making revenue. We're doing a lot of barter agreements where essentially we both get services for free, but somebody's essentially winning more than somebody else. I got some barter agreements in, which is pretty cool. So it's like essentially I'm doing work for free, but they're also doing work for free for me. And then another one is a new thing I'm starting up. I'm starting that one up slowly, but like I'm trying to get interest first. I'm trying to get 40 people to sign up before I even start like putting resources into it. But like we're only at 7 right now, so it's like I need to put a timeline as well, so that way I can get those 40. And how fast do I need to get those 40 before I give up on that idea? Because I don't want to work full time for the rest of my life. I mean, I could, and I know I'm good at what I do, but like the frustrating part about my job is that like how do I word this? The frustrating part about my job is that like I know I'm definitely underpaid by at least 20%, and there's no way I'm gonna recover 20% extra income at my job without leaving and coming back. And I know that because I've talked to other people who are in the same position as me and same role as me, and actually some people who have been working at my company for a shorter amount of time than me, and they get paid more than me. And I have about the same qualifications as them. So that's kind of frustrating. And then, you know, I'm also over here in my yearly accomplishments. Yearly, I'm attributed to, you know, over $2 million of savings for my company, and I get a 3% raise, which is nowhere near $2 million raise. So that also doesn't feel good. So, you know, like running my own company, at least like that way, like I'm more in direct control of my income in a way. I also don't want to be greedy, so it's like I want to make sure if I have employees that I'm giving it to like the employees too. I'm sharing it, but I can't give too much to the employees because I also need to make sure that the company is stable for a downtime period. There's a good balance, but I'm just not feeling valued at my job. And even like being off from work like this month, it's just like it's opening my eyes more too. Like it's same thing, like ain't nobody at work checking on me, see how I'm doing, like none of that, you know. So it's like it's just a job. I'm just trying to get out of it as soon as I can, but it's like pays well. It's an easy job for me. It's easy for me to show up and do what I do every single day. Get my 8 hours of work done for the day done in like 2 or 3 hours because I know what I'm doing. I know how to use AI. I know what I'm doing. But even still, I don't feel bad about taking time off anymore. I used to feel bad. Not anymore. Vader said, I went to sign up for email and I have no idea what WoA ID and how is it different to WoA username. So your WoA username is like the one that appears like written out, like this one, Mufab B, or in my case, Fat Empire. It's on the bottom left of your screen too. That's your WoA username. Your ID is optional, but it is something that, like, especially if you have like foreign characters, let's say like Chinese, Japanese letters, for example, Korean, whatever. You have those kind of symbols, letters, whatever they're called, in your username. That's where the WoA ID comes into play. If you open up your menu and you click on the copy button over here, it'll copy. It says copy to clipboard, and it'll copy over what is your player ID. So you'll see mine is this right here. That's my Fat Empire player ID. That's a unique string of letters and numbers. That one is case sensitive, and that's another way for players to send you a contract request, especially if your name has like accents or symbols or emojis, you know, things that aren't easily typed by most people on their keyboard. Well, Maverick said that's how corporates work. Sadly, I know exactly. And that's why it's probably not for me, man. But I'm good at what I do, so like that's the good thing. So like I have been applying. I also I spent like a month applying to other jobs and I got nothing. Also like frustrating. But then I also realized like over like 200,000 people just in like major companies in the US got laid off recently. So like there's a huge competitive like marketplace out there for new hires. But like I feel like if I did get laid off, I would find or if I got fired, laid off, fired, whatever, I would be able to quickly find my way back on my feet. But I would really push on my business to see if I could do that. You have to find a different job if you work in the private sector and threaten to leave if they don't match what you can get elsewhere. That's true. Have you ever tried Hong Kong airport? Bro, we just left Hong Kong airport. Grant sent me a Concorde. Did I miss it? Oh, snap. Nice. Sammy too. Sammy sent me a plane. Oh, Skybird wants a Fat L plane contract. All right, let's go. We got L-plane contract from Sammy. Nice. Cool. Let's get this L-plane, Fat L-plane. That one's gonna be, I think we have it at 332, right? Or 333? 332. There's an L-plane right there. And this is going to BKK. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go to BKK right over here. We're gonna look at the profit. So we're at 1242, 1477, 1442, 1408, 1408, 1455. Wait, 1462. All right, 1477 seems to be the winner so far. Livery. Any color? No, no color. They didn't mention a color that I see so far. Actually, let's do Supreme. Let's heart the plane so that way it can also land. Right, awesome. Thanks for that. Thanks for signing up, Vader. Appreciate that. Oh, now I just read. I don't know what to put here to help now. Can you check my redemption? I redeemed an L plane, but I think you missed it. I'm just a little bit, well, yeah, I missed it for sure. And then I was a little bit behind in chat too. Now I'm kind of like at the bottom of chat, but I'm not there. How many subs we had today? It's only gifted subs, bro. Yeah, it's only gifted subs. It's about giving to the community, or me. That's why that's why I encourage people to gift subs or memberships, but I know some people just want to gift, just want to donate bits or money. So in which case I'll do a wheel spin for that. But like if you have a choice, gift a membership or gift a sub. Don't gift the money. Technically, I think I get a greater percentage of the money than I do of the subs, but I feel like the subs just benefits a lot of other people in the community, versus like just me. I mean, it does benefit me too, but it also benefits you guys who are there watching. And if you're subbing for yourself, like that's just like, I mean, especially on Twitch, it's like you're just getting rid of ads for yourself. Like actually, when you look at I don't know how often you guys are on Twitch, but a lot of Twitch drops, Twitch drops. So some games have the what's called like Twitch drops, and that's like you can get rewards in games for watching streamers on Twitch, or by gifting subscriptions on streamers, and you get like a different reward for that as well. A lot of the stuff that happens on Twitch is about gifting subs, not about just subscribing itself. Pixel Plus Aviation said, "What's your favorite airport?" In the game, I like LHR. I just like how many planes LHR can have. Hong Kong is probably going to make it up on my list as well as a favorite airport. Right now, it's just like I'm just not playing it a lot. I'm playing it daily, but I'm not playing it as much as I play LHR. Mainly because I have like so many non-player planes at that airport that are starting. I'm starting to like slowly start to bank a few of them. I'm starting to get a few of my non-player planes at Hong Kong to 10 out of 10 handling, which means I'm not handling it that last time. So that way, when the next airport comes out, which should be Zurich, when that airport comes out, I can go to Hong Kong, claim the rewards out of that 10 out of 10 plane, and quickly unlock the next airport for free. But like usually when after the next airport comes out, really determines whether or not I like the prior airport. Because like SEL and GRU were also pretty cool to play, but like I don't play them as much anymore. So it's not because they're bad airports, it's just because they don't really have as much capacity as some of the other airports for what I like to play. I like the Innsbruck update. It makes it look really nice, but like I don't really typically play Innsbruck. I think that's just because I play so much of it already, from starting 4 accounts. that it's like, all right, I get it. You know, I played Innsbruck before. Like, we're good. That's the way I kind of feel about Innsbruck right now. Same thing with Bari. Played him so many times that, like, all right, it's cool. It's cool when I'm leveling it up and trying to unlock something, but like afterwards, not so much. And that's like another thing too, is like why I wish they would introduce challenges, because like I would definitely go back into Innsbruck. I would definitely go back into Bari if there was an actual reason for me to go back in there. Like, leveling up is cool too, but like if I was to get like other rewards or something else as a benefit for going back into those airports, I would do it. Like right now, the only time I really play Innsbruck on my main account is when I'm full on contract capacity, because I've already accepted a ton of event planes, and now I need to land a few of them so that way I can get more contract capacity. When we do a renewal for a contract we redeemed in the past, do we have to do another contract redemption? So that's the hard part. Like, there's no way for me to tell if this is a contract renewal or not. So I kind of like rely a lot on the honor system when it comes to that. But originally the idea was, no, you do not have to redeem another contract for a renewal, because like, why would I want to reward people for our success, right? Like, we finished the contract, like, that is great, let's keep it going, not like make you have to pay up again because we completed a contract. Like, no. But so what I used to do in the past, and you could still kind of do this, like when the contract is complete, you could heart it. But the problem here is that when you're looking at a contract request coming in, you can't see if that plane is hearted or not. So like, I have no clue if this plane is a renewal or not. Probably not, because it's coming from Hong Kong, right? But just in general, like, I would heart the plane. You heart the plane after it pushes back. And then when that contract gets sent back to you from that same plane, then it would also show up as a heart here. Now, after I accept it, and it will stay hearted for me, so that's cool. But there's no way for me to see here, because even if I click on info, there's no heart over here. So there's no way for me to tell if there's a renewal, if it's a renewal plane or not. Where in the past there was a way for me to kind of figure it out, like to label planes as a renewal, you know, indirectly. Here, oh, dang it. We gotta pause. I'm gonna pause the departure manager. And I say dang it because what I really need to do over here is I need to turn these stands off on A, B, and C, because this is a seaplane coming in on my D, E, F stand. Now, granted, I don't think I have any more cargo planes, you know, any more larger cargo planes waiting to land. But, like, I do not want a seaplane sitting there. I do not want a seaplane sitting there. They got 5 stands they could use. 4 over here and 1 over there. 1 over here. They have 5 stands they could use. Keep my 2 large stands open for large cargo planes, please. Speaking of, let's see if we got any large cargo planes coming our way. We got Stitches with a plane coming, Sunslope with their plane coming, Lightning Dolphin with their plane coming, and Raptor with their plane returning. Nice. Excuse me. Mohammed won the Concorde. Nice. Foxtrot said, I just handled your B748 going to my BKK. Can you handle it at Hong Kong real quick? Bro, that's what, 13 minutes, 14 minutes? And then I gotta wait for it to land, right? Alright, we owe this to Skybird at BKK. So we're gonna get that sent over now. Skybird 384. Alright, first try. Nice. We are going to go back to Hong Kong though, because the giveaway should have probably, like Muhammad said, they said they won, but it did end a few minutes ago. So we're going to send the Concorde, send the contract over to the winner of that Concorde giveaway. If you guys didn't win today's Concorde, no worries. We're going to do another Concorde giveaway Monday night, Tuesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. for our next 3 streams. We're going to be giving away a Concorde from 3 different airports. So that way we're celebrating us unlocking the Concorde on our stream only account. We unlocked it on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Or no, we unlocked it on Thursday, this past Thursday. And now spending a week buying a Concorde on every single airport. That way we can get these Concordes going. Pixel Plus wants the 737 to be updated with the A340 as well, and a possible airport suggestion like Madrid, Perth. Well, 737s are getting a remodel. They're actually, I think that's the next plane to get a remodel. So like if you don't have that plane already in your fleet, you might want to consider unlocking it, because once those planes get a remodel, because the 737 is getting a remodel, so once those planes get a remodel, the prices typically go up, right? So if you unlock it now, then you get the remodel and you don't have to pay the new increased price. So if it's a plane that you're interested in, you might want to unlock it for your fleet. But yeah, they are working on it. I think we've seen a couple of work in progress images. Cyrock says, I don't know why, but the messages of my notifications always say undefined instead of the player's name. Yeah, some of mine say undefined, some of mine say the player name. And then I get notifications for like all 3 of my accounts on my iPad. Because at one point, I think I've signed in on all 3 accounts on my iPad. Right, so I get notifications on the Fat Rican, on Fat Airlines, and from Fat Empire whenever somebody sends me a contract request. So I can never tell. Like, it'll tell me Hammy sent me a request to my LHR, and I don't know which account it's going to. It could be any of them. And it's no problem. I just log in and go to LHR, and usually I have like 10 contract requests pending there anyways. So I'll just go in there and just accept them. But yeah, I get the same thing, Xyrox. Maybe I should be reporting this bug though, right? Like I feel like sometimes like some of these bugs I'm just so used to at this point that like I don't even bother reporting them. But like that's kind of a problem when it comes to development, because like the developers aren't going to work on a problem if they're not aware of it, or if they think it's only a few people having this problem. Like if it's a minor problem because like nobody else is reporting this, therefore we're not going to prioritize it. Whereas like if everybody, like what, 4 people in chat just said they're also having, or what, 2 or 3 other people had the same problem. Like if more people will start reporting it, then maybe they'll fix it, or maybe they can't fix it, right? Who knows? Roland B said, LOL, he always blames Hammy. Well, Hammy always sends me a ton of planes, so it's easy. And Hammy sends me planes to all of my accounts, so really easy for me to kind of, when I'm talking about all 3 accounts, I'm using a legit, you know, a legit story, a legit experience I've had. Because Hammy, well, for me at least, Hammy doesn't really mind too much if I don't play, like my Fat Airlines account is super casual. There's some weeks where I play it like 7 days a week, and there's some months where I only play it like 1 week out of the entire month. So like Hammy doesn't mind how often that goes. You know, Hammy knows about the stream account, right? Like I only play once per week or when I'm streaming. So yeah, really easy to kind of go to there. You know, I could do Mert, I could do a few other people too. Hockey fan said, I guess the undefined is coming from someone that switched platforms and reprogramming did not take this account. Nah, I got the undefined before the switching platforms happened too. Good hypothesis though. Undefined happens when someone accepts the plane, someone sends you an airplane, it's the player's name. Oh, interesting. In your opinion, what's the best aircraft to begin with a fleet with, and hope you hit 10k subs? Nice, thank you, man. The best airplane? I mean, it's hard to say, because it depends on what airports you have unlocked and what your goal is, right? I would probably start with a seaplane, right? So, like right now, I would probably go, probably on my PC account, I'm probably going to unlock like the 738 first, mainly because it's cheap in gold planes right now, and it's getting an update in the future, which is going to make the gold plane price more expensive. So that, and it's also not like super expensive in Wallers to buy either. So like I could come up with like 100,000. How much is a 738? Let's see. I don't have it unlocked on this account, so I can look. So let's go to 738. We're gonna go to seaplane. Yeah, it's 96,000 wallers and 8 gold planes, right? So like I can come up with 96 million or 96,000 wallers at Innsbruck right now. So I can buy a 738 at Innsbruck. Same thing. Well, right now I can't buy on my 4th account. I can't buy a 738 at Bari. But it's a lot easier to come up with 96,000 wallers than it is to come up with 160,000 wallers, which is the next plane I would recommend, A21NY. A21NY just has like super range, so it can go to so many airports. And then when you're thinking about silver planes are rewarded to you based on the flight distance. So if your fleet plane, or if that plane that you're receiving is going on a long flight, you're going to earn more silver planes. So A21NY, great for that too. But like right now, 738 is probably like the first one I would go to. It would be a seaplane for sure though, because seaplanes, you can use it every single airport. Innsbruck, Bari, all of them. So whereas like D and E planes, I mean, you could technically use a D plane at Innsbruck too, but then you run into the expensive part. Like they cost over 120,000 wallers. Some of them more, right? And if you're unlocking a plane, you want it to be something that you could like utilize. I also like the E170, the E175. I like the E175 more. Has, you know, slightly longer range. Those are good. That's a good B plane to unlock, but it's probably not going to be like the first plane I unlock. I think right now the 738, right before it's updated. Raptor said ANC would be nice. This has been mentioned before, maybe with like cargo update. Yeah. I don't know. I hope I don't know when we're gonna get a cargo update. Kind of like, oh, I'm like no longer like kind of like keeping track of like timelines that World Airports gives us, because other than the most recent timeline, like, hey, we're gonna get Zurich in May is the expected time frame, but even then it's like it could still come out in June, you know. So I'm like same thing with alliances. We heard about it like a year or two ago. It's like, all right, I'm no longer like keeping in mind timelines. It's just, all right, it is when it is. Maybe every other player is a fake. That's true. That is true. We got an M plane contract from Lightning Dolphin. Thank you. Oh, from CNN, and it's a cargo plane. Nice. That's good, because like all my cargo planes, or my M cargo planes especially, are all computer planes. Only thing with Anchorage, most cargo planes would only go there for a fuel stop. Hope they would simulate that in game too. Oh, that would be pretty interesting, right? I mean, most of the plane, if you look at the economy of a plane, most of your, well, I guess not. I guess on the larger planes, do I have any larger planes here? This is my own plane. On a larger plane, you get some decent money from refueling. What is that? 359. Let's see over here. 36. So that would kind of stink, man. That would kind of stink, Raptor, if we only got money for refueling, and not for anything else. $22. I mean, this is not far. It's not super far, right? So it's not like a long distance. But I think you get what I'm saying. If it's just refueling, that's the only money we're getting for handling that plane. That's gonna be rough. Gonna be rough. Here's let's see. This one's coming from where? IAD, and that's only 374. Yeah, that would be rough, bro. Alright, I think it's time to switch airports. Or it's actually time to call it. Yeah, I think it's time to call it. Let's keep chatting with you guys. Deadeye said the C-130 and C-17 need updates badly. C-17 is like a plane that I would still kind of recommend as a cargo plane. My biggest problem with cargo planes, though, is that like you can't adjust the capacity. It's like you're locked into the destinations it can go to. I wish we could like turn down the maximum amount, the maximum cargo capacity, so that way we can gain more range, right? And I think that would be really cool on a cargo plane, but that's not the way it works. Maybe that'll happen with like whenever the cargo rework happens, but I think that would be cool. Pixel Plus likes the E195 E2. It's like a good option. I mean, frequency and maybe revenue. It's a plane that I haven't really used too much, and that's the problem with some of these newer planes, is that I haven't had a lot of opportunity to use all of them. That's why, like, on my email giveaways, I usually aim for like planes that I don't have a ton of in my fleet already, so that way I could really get to experience them. Because, you know, when it comes to a plane, it's not just about how much its price. It's about what destinations it can go to from different airports, right? And not just like from Muscat to like other airports. It's all the airports. How does it function in all of the airports? Because once you have a plane unlocked, you can use it in all the airports. So you want to make sure that you can that it's a useful plane everywhere you go. You know, then you have also the maintenance part of a plane. You know, so if you're doing contracts with other players or not, you know, how often does that plane need maintenance? You know, like for an A359 and an A35K, those two planes, you know, they can go from Washington IAD to Sydney, but like if you're sending it on a player contract, I haven't done this recently, but I know when Sydney first came out, if you send an A359 from IAD to Sydney, you would have to pay maintenance before that plane even went out once, because it was going to go over your maintenance limit because of how long that flight is, right? So it's like that's something to keep in mind when it comes to these planes. But E195 I really haven't used enough of to like give you an adequate, like a proper opinion. Yeah, I say I've wanted that too for a long time. They don't do much that's new. Yeah, it's the sad part. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's. I feel like it's just easier to focus on graphics, but then I also look at their social media and I look at like, you know, the people who post with them online, and like people are always complaining about like the doors being open or something not being exactly spot on, correct, true to life. Like it's just complaints, or like, can we get this airport, can we get this airplane? So of course, you know, that's what they're seeing on the community engagement side, so that's what they think the community really wants. But then the people who quit playing the game, who played the game for a long time, they need something to kind of keep them engaged, or some more gameplay, you know, customization, optimization, like the cargo, you know, rework that they said they're going to work on. So we'll see. And I said the C909F is at least a long range small cargo plane. That's true. That is nice. It does take that B slot, which is cool. I haven't really used it too much either. I used them a bunch at Hong Kong though, I think. But it's tough to like also like kind of judge the cargo planes, because with the cargo planes, there's not a lot of cargo stands in these airports, which makes it really hard for me to buy a lot of. But I do want to raise my ranking in the cargo leaderboard. So maybe, you know, to encourage myself to play more Leipzig, maybe I'll do a nice, like, bigger contract from Leipzig. I do want to do a plane, though, that can go to Innsbruck. It's been a while since I had a plane that can go to Innsbruck and Bari. So I have to figure that out. But so many different things. I try to always get on my emails from fatairlines.com. I always try to get an Innsbruck and Bari contract, like every other email, which is like every 2 emails or every 3 emails. So that way, even like that, because Innsbruck is an airport every single player has, so it gives everybody an opportunity to get a contract from me if they want it, right? Not just because we send airplanes to Innsbruck doesn't mean every single person replies back. Is LHR BKK better as a hub? I think they're both fine. I mean, both of those airports have their like strengths and weaknesses. Like LHR really benefits if you are able to pre-land a bunch of planes, but if you're not like able to keep your game on overnight or keep your game on while you're not playing it, then LHR is really not necessarily the greatest airport. It's made even greater by having the tower managers land a bunch of planes for you, while have a bunch of planes landing for you, especially while you're not playing the game. So that helps you a lot, because there's 190 stands, 190 plus stands at that airport. So if you have 190 planes on the ground, that doesn't mean you have to handle 190 planes, all at once. Your timer doesn't start for the planes until you start handling it. So there's no rush to start handling planes right away. The rush happens when you start assigning the handling crew and start actually handling the plane. So it does benefit a lot from that. BKK, you can do fine even without pre-landing. So if you're not able to pre-land, let's say for example you have just your phone that you're playing on, and not like a tablet or not on your computer, then pre-landing might not be the best option. But both are really good airports for fleets, especially now that like Hong Kong's in the game, you got Sydney in the game, Nagoya's nearby for BKK. You have CNN as well. With CNN, not a lot of people play, but some people do play it. But those airports kind of add more value for BKK. Whereas like Zurich coming out next is going to give us more value at LHR as another destination we can send it to. All right, Haslan Pro at BKK. Yo, congratulations. So we're going to send this over, Haslan Pro. If you guys don't know, on Monday, we're doing another stream, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. On Tuesday, we're doing another stream at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesday, what time is Wednesday stream? Wednesday stream is at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. Each of those streams, we're going to be giving away another Concorde at different airports. So on Monday, we're going to give away at Sydney. On Tuesday, we're going to give away again at Hong Kong. On Wednesday, we're going to give away a Concorde from LHR. So definitely join in. Join the stream. Join the giveaways. Giveaways happen on the Fat Airlines Discord. Join in, and that way you can get a chance to win our stream account Concorde. We're only doing those airports because those are the airports we're going to be playing daily, essentially, or not daily, but those are the airports we're going to be playing consistently, even after the Streamathon. So that way, you guys can still get those contracts, even if I'm only streaming one time a week. Let's see here. Ultra's lurking. Thanks for lurk. Do you think the A350 needs a remodel again, or A330 or A380? I'm not a plane expert, so like I was good with how they looked in version 1. Like I learned a lot just from the way they looked on version 1, let alone how they look now in version 3, or whatever generation airplane model we're at now. I'm not the right person to ask. I'm the last person that's going to ask for a plane remodel, other than the fact that in some of these planes you can't see into the cockpit, right? That's the main way I can tell. You see, like the new planes, you can tell you can see into the cockpit, you can see the pilots, and then we get to some of the older planes. Where's an older plane? Not the 38M. 734. Even these you could see into the cockpit. It's the C-17, C-30J. There we go. Like that one, right? You can't see into the cockpit. Can't see in there. That's like that's the stuff, like the obvious stuff. But like all the other planes, I mean, like I can't tell a difference, man. Like the what was it? The C-30J and the C-17. I think somebody was saying, was it Deadeye? But somebody was saying like, oh yeah, they desperately need an update. Yeah, those two planes for sure need an update. But all the other ones, like when you ask me, like, man, I can't tell. I'm not the guy who's gonna be give you a proper answer for that. Foxtrot Aviation said suggested BKK over LHR because it has 2 departure runways and 3 landing runways. That's fair. What's up, Scan WOA? Scan Airlines WOA. What's the difference between your time and UK time? So I think typically it's about 5 hours. So right now it's 2:07. You could do exclamation point time. I think that should work. Hold on. Yeah, exclamation point time will show you on Twitch. It looks like maybe not on YouTube. I don't know, but exclamation point time will tell you what time it is for me, and then you can see what time it is for you based on that. But usually I think it's about 5 hour difference from me and the UK, or yeah, from UK. Me and the UK is usually about 5 hours. Well, yeah, thank you guys. Thanks you guys for bearing with me, for all the support, sticking with me, sticking through with me for this entire stream. Even if you came in late, thank you for coming in. You know, just in the first place, because I know all of us, we all have things to do. We got busy days, and the fact that you guys decide to spend some of your day here with me, I remember that. It means something to me. It means a lot to me, and I want to thank you guys. I'm going to spend some time with the family, just like Zyrox. Zyrox is going to go spend some time with the family. See you guys on Tuesday. I'll see you guys Monday evening. I need to figure out who we're going to raid. Because on Twitch, we do a raid, which means I could send all my viewers over to another streamer. And you guys get channel points when I do that, which is really nice because you know, that's how you guys can redeem. That's how you guys can redeem contracts, and you know, if we ever do another community point challenge, which we might end up doing for, you know, future Concorde giveaways, it's not always nice to have extra points, right? So let me see who we're gonna raid here. You guys on YouTube, appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks again, man. We did otters yesterday, right? So we don't want to do otters again. Or do we? Or do we? Probably not. I don't like doing the same person like over and over again. And then the Microsoft Flight Sim people, they don't even know World of Airports somehow. I don't get it. How do they play Flight Sim and not know like a mobile game, World of Airports? They're always like, oh, World of Airports, what's it at? And then like I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna answer that anymore. What else? There's this. I did this. Oh no, I didn't do otters yesterday. I did the cats yesterday. Who are we gonna do? Who are we gonna do? Yana said no, we did cats yesterday. Yeah, it's true. Any other WoA streamer? Well, when I looked at the WoA category, it said we had WoA had like 43 viewers, and that's about how many I had. So it looks like maybe there was nobody else on WoA. But we're gonna do some. I found a channel. We're gonna do some animals again. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your time with family. Enjoy your rest if you're going to sleep. And I'll be back again on. I'll be back on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys Monday. All right, peace. Oh wait, peace.